my God, is that the Faces of the Future? Welcome to episode 220 of the Faces of the Future podcast. It's your boy Myles. I got Rocket in the building today with me. How you doing today?
We live in effect, man. I feel great.
Yeah, you feel great?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
Good vibes only?
Hell yeah. I see you added on to the compound.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Got the little drone behind us.
Got the old childhood frame.
Yeah. When we was cleaning out the garage, I was just like, yo.
Boy, had that joint in the room, huh?
Yeah, that's just nostalgic. That's funny
as hell.
You know what I'm saying? I forgot about that joint until we was cleaning out. I was like, yo, we got to put that shit in the
cracked.
Nah.
I'm saying I thought like when you had it, like when you when mom was like taking it down and everything, I thought it cracked.
Oh nah, just took it down.
Yeah.
It's perfect piece though for the spot.
What is that? The fucking Sixers and the Bulls, ain't
Sixers and the Bulls. What year was it? It was
that the year that AI crossed you?
I don't know if it's the year he crossed him, but AI's in that joint though.
Yeah.
But that's
crazy.
That's an old Spectrum.
Is that before your time too? Like I'm saying, like
yeah, bro.
The frame?
Yeah, that joint's probably. I mean, AI was first in the league in like '96. I don't know if it is. It's probably like I would have maybe been like one.
Damn your age.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that joint.
That's just gonna be value, bro. Probably like in like 40, 50 years.
Yeah, because the Spectrum not around no more.
At all.
None of that type of stuff.
At all.
I was looking at the photo though. I was looking at the photo just like the nostalgic aspect of just like the colorways and all that type of stuff. Yo, in the 90s, bro, they was way more creative with like the when it came to like the uniforms and like the style of
No, I think so too. I'm
like
saying
their pair, like even just like their warm ups, all that type of stuff was way more cleaner in my opinion.
I feel like the designs were better, but when it comes to like certain things, like whether it be like the fitted uniforms versus like the non-fitted uniforms, I feel like obviously I like what this era is. You know what I'm saying when it comes to the uniforms, but like we said, the designs, like the colorways, the '90s definitely. Yeah,
like the colorways, even the way like the mascots look,
all that
type of shit was better in my opinion.
True. I wonder. You think like, let's say 50 years from now, they're probably going to say, oh, the 2000s colorways were the illest shit. You know what I'm saying? I wonder why.
Yeah, because even in the early, you talking about like 2010s, 2020s stuff? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like obviously like fashion circles back around, whatever it may be, but I think we're shifting towards that 90s, early 2000s vibe now in terms of just like culture, society, fashion, unis, like when it comes to sports, what the players are wearing. Like,
I feel like when we were like teenagers, like the cross color shit was a big thing.
Yeah, the cross color stuff, and then just like slim fitted everything was like big.
Yeah,
now everything's going back to like
bell bottoms, and
like comfortable fit. Yeah, cozy shit.
Right, you're not wrong. Which I
like.
That.
I like that way better, just because of my body type.
You used to rock skinny jeans.
I could never fit in the skinny jeans, really, bro. Like,
so you sagging in them joints, huh?
I wasn't rocking them. We had.
You ain't never rock skinny jeans, nigga.
Whenever I rock skinny jeans,
hey, you ain't never rock
straight legs.
You ain't never rock skinny jeans.
Straight legs.
Weren't you arguing with Moose saying you rock skinny jeans before?
I said Moose rock skinny jeans. I said I couldn't fit skinny jeans. I said that on air. I literally said on air last time we had an argument about this.
I don't know, nigga.
Bro, I rock the straight legs,
bro. I'm not gonna pull up no pictures or nothing.
I mean, if you find a picture of me in skinny jeans.
You had that cash, bro. I'm pretty sure you had
skinny. I had straight legs on.
Some skinny jeans.
Straight leg fitted joints. Skinny jeans are like they're hugging.
No, I'm not saying you was rocking skinny jeans. But
those are skinny. There's a difference.
You was rocking skinny jeans before.
I was rocking slim fit. They're just called slim fit joints. I was rocking the slim fit joints.
Nah, I saw you.
The skinny jeans are the people rocking them. They couldn't even wear them.
I'm talking about I'm not talking the shits that damn near like leggings, nigga. Fuck no.
Those are skinny. Those are skinny
jeans, bro.
No, those are called what you just said are skinny jeans.
Nah,
what I rocked was slim fits.
I'm pretty sure. Nah,
they're called slim fits.
Them motherfucking slim fits was hugging you then shit.
Bro, because of my body type, bro. I'm a linebacker, boy. I can't even.
I'm pretty sure this
jeans,
nigga. I'm gonna find this nigga with some skinny jeans. I'm pretty sure he had a pair.
You can find.
Shit, I'm gonna go through your old closet.
Go through my old closet, bro. Bro, I'm for real.
All right, when I go through that bitch and I bring it on air and show the camera that you
that's gonna be covered your comedy. If you find something, I'll crack up. If you find that shit,
I guarantee you I will.
Huh? You rocking skinny jeans?
I had skinny jeans before, yeah. I thought I was a scary boy at one point.
I don't remember you wearing skinny jeans. I remember like you wearing like slimmer fit, like tighter fitting.
Like
joints,
no. See, like the legging hugging my shit. Nah, hell nah. Like I definitely had some breathable room in my pants, bro. Like, so it could have been slim fit.
That's the style of the pants. That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about when I was in 6th grade and
you're a jerk Arab niggas was dancing.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
He's rocking those pants, bro.
Slim fit pants, bro. That's what they're called. I remember going to the store and getting slim
they're
fit
seen
joints,
as people where I say, oh, them.
They probably look like skinny jeans on me because of my body type. Like
so
I
why
just
was
said.
you wearing them joints if they was hugging your shits?
You said what?
Why was you wearing them joints?
It wasn't hugging like that, bro. Is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
It looked like skinny jeans to me, bro. That's all I'm saying.
So why was you wearing them then?
I wasn't as big as you, bro. You remember, bro? There was a point in time in my life I was actually a little dude.
You talking about just like frame
body structure? Yeah, you was always a naturally bigger boned person. You know what I'm saying?
Until like, I got to like my junior year, senior year, I was a little slim.
I'm saying you just at that point you just like
I was a
formed out. Like you was never like overly fat. You was just
I was a chunky bull, bro.
Yeah, you was a chunky bull, bro.
I know that. I said that. Right. That's why. That goes back to my argument about.
You was like a catcher, first baseman type nigga.
Oh yeah. On like Dave Ortiz type level, Ryan Howard type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's literally your doppelganger.
Ryan Howard?
Yeah.
Nah, Ryan Howard's not my doppelganger.
Bro, yeah. If you guys have a side by side, you kind of actually do look that nose, bro.
Ryan Howard's joint is like this, bro. Like he looks like he belongs to
Nah,
Whoville,
bro. You guys damn near got the same nose, bro.
Me and Ryan Howard?
Yeah.
I gotta pull up a picture of Ryan Howard.
No bullshit.
You think I look like that?
When you do those clips, they make it like the side by side shit.
Let's see. I gotta read. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely do, bro.
Ryan Howard?
Yes. I remember niggas used to call you Ryan Howard all the time.
And when the niggas call me Ryan Howard, you start saying anything.
Shit, at least I probably said that shit.
This
nigga pulling out the oldest joint.
I had to pull up him joint.
That's crazy. You definitely do look like a bull.
Similar? I don't know.
Yeah, during like your linebacker years when you was like 240, bro. You had that hamburger neck, bro. Yeah.
He said I had the hamburger neck. That's crazy.
Oh, bullshit. Yo, you actually do kind of look like him.
I don't know why it's not pulling up. Hold up.
That's an all-star right there, though.
Yeah.
Is he a World Series champ, too?
World Series champ.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, shit. Fuck it.
Take it as a compliment.
It is what it is.
Who's your favorite player on the Phillies?
On the Phillies?
Jim Thome?
Nah, I fucked with Jim Thome. I forgot about Jim Thome. Jim Thome
I
was
fuck
here.
with Chase Utley and Jimmy Rollins.
I was about to say, I said Jimmy Rollins probably. Jimmy Rollins is one of them bulls. And then Ryan Howard was probably, I like Ryan Howard a lot too, just because I played first base.
Type shit.
I mean, Chase Utley, who do you think was the guy on that team?
I thought it was probably like either like Jimmy Rollins, as far as like athletic ability. We talking about when it comes to like batting and shit?
Just in general, like who do you think was their star? If you had like a star star, like who's their A? Who's their A?
I'm not the big baseball guy, but I'm gonna guess. I would say probably like Chase Utley or like
Jimmy Rollins.
Wasn't Jim Thome on that team too?
Jim Thome, he's the DH, I believe, on that team because Ryan Howard was the first baseman at the time. I think Jim Thome played.
Designated hitter.
Yeah.
Or Ryan Howard, bro, too. Like he was a big hitter. I mean, it all depends. Like I feel like baseball, there's a lot of because you had like, for example, like the Yankees, Derek Jeter and Alex Rodriguez. Like who's really the face? Who's the go-to guy?
Derek Jeter.
You think?
Yeah, Derek Jeter for sure. Derek Jeter's the captain. After I watched that documentary,
what's Alex Rodriguez then?
He was just
Rodriguez.
He was the all-star that they required, the superstar at the time that they required to come to help them win.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like,
but so, like, was he Derek Jeter's team?
You're right. I'm not.
He was the guy.
Alex wasn't the guy.
Derek Jeter was the guy.
I'm saying Alex wasn't though.
He was B. Derek Jeter was
B.
A,
wow.
In my opinion.
You said he was the guy that came in and helped him got championships.
Yeah, they had championships before.
You're right. You're right.
But I'm saying Derek Jeter, that was his organization. Like without there's no question.
You think New York fans love Derek more than Alex?
100%. 100%.
How you know, nigga? You know from fucking New York?
Bro, I watched it.
This nigga saying 100%.
100%. After I tell you, I watched what's it called? The 30 for 30?
Okay.
Not the 30 for 30, but the
For Derek?
Yeah, it wasn't 30 for 30. They did the docu-series on it. It was like 3 episodes. Bro, it's called The Captain, bro.
Yeah, he is. I'll give it to you. The captain. He's the captain. Okay.
That's New York's guy. Like
Alex is not New York's guy?
Derek is New York's guy.
Shit. Some people might say otherwise.
No, I don't think anybody from New York is.
Nigga, why are you speaking for New York fans?
I'm saying I don't think anybody from New York is gonna say Alex Rodriguez was that guy.
Shit.
Over Derek Jeter.
Shit.
You disagree?
I mean, who do we see more in this day and age?
You talking about this day? I'm talking about.
I'm just saying.
Even now, they go back to the stadium right now. They go to Yankee Stadium.
Okay.
Derek Jeter's getting a bigger standing ovation than Alex Rodriguez.
You think so?
Way bigger.
Why? Just because of fucking what?
Bro, he brought like 3 titles to them.
How many titles did Alex bring?
To New York?
Like I said, I'm not a baseball guy, but I'm just asking.
I'm about to look it up. But I know Derek. They won like 2 and 3 years or 3 and 4 years. One of the two.
I'm not
in the early 2000s. I'm about to look it up. I am.
No, I believe you, but I mean, shit, because Alex is just as much loved as Derek, I believe.
Not in New York, bro.
Why are you so confidently saying this, bro? This is kind of crazy.
Because it's the truth. Nobody's gonna debate that. I don't think any baseball fan's gonna debate that.
Debate what? That Alex Rodriguez wasn't as big as Derek Jeter when he was at the Yankees?
Bro, Derek Jeter was that guy. So Derek Jeter won, like I said, they won 3 championships in 4 years with him.
Okay.
Well, actually more than that. They won 1, 2, 3, 4. They won 4 championships in 5 years with Derek Jeter.
Okay, what about Alex?
And Alex Rodriguez, I think he won one. Let's see.
Because there has to be a reason why he's so beloved.
Because he's talented, bro. That's why. He was like when he was playing with the Mariners, bro, he was going off. He's like one of them guys. He's one of the best players in the league. But I'm talking about as far as New York. So A-Rod, he only won 1 chip with them in 2009.
Damn. Yep.
And Derek won 4 before him. Before he even stepped foot there.
Respectfully. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. When you go watch The Captain, bro, and you see, like, we talk about megastars in the 90s, bro. Yeah, you had Jordan's way up there. But Derek Jeter is one of them bulls.
Nah, fair enough.
Because he was a rook. He came in, they won a chip, and then they went on a run and won, like I said, 3 and 4 years. He became the captain. But then he went on a drought for a minute. But that's here nor there. Where did I want to take this? But when it comes to what else were we talking? We talking about like Ryan Howard lookalikes. And
oh yeah, I was calling him your doppelganger.
Nah, bro, not my doppelganger. But but how was your weekend though?
It went well. Damn, what did I do this weekend? I mean, I felt like didn't it rain kind of a lot?
It rained a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it was pretty calm, as you know, our Canadian friends would say. It's calm.
It's calm. You know what else? The Cali people say it's calm.
Really?
Yeah, bro. When I was like, shout out to the homie Gabe. He was bro. He kept saying calm. I'm like, yo, why you keep saying calm, bro? He said, bro, just instead of chill, bro, it's just calm. I said, I'm gonna start saying that all the time. Calm.
Nah, I literally told somebody, I'm gonna start saying that too. I fuck with it. But yeah, nothing too crazy, bro. For the most part, I mean, you know, just locking back in, you know, chill with a few of the bros. You know what I mean? Stepped out a little bit.
Yeah, I took my talents down to the DMV this weekend.
Oh yeah!
Shout out to the homie Ray. He had his first down performance camp. It's like the 3rd year he's had it.
Okay,
it was solid. Good little turnout. But in the middle of June, it started thundering and raining.
Oh, it had to stop.
It had to stop in the middle. We was cracking up because we was like, if we was young bulls and we came to a camp in the middle of the rain, we were able to drive, or we stay at that joint, or we peel off.
If it was a camp,
so you're at a camp, right? Yeah,
I would probably stay.
You would have stayed?
Yeah,
even if it was like a reschedule.
I mean, is the camp still gonna go on?
Yeah, the camp was still gonna go on.
I'm probably gonna stay, bro. Because if people leave, I mean, more opportunity for you, right?
Yeah, for sure. We was just cracking up about it because we was like old heads. Because you know what I'm saying, like because we was talking about just like how like some kids are just lazy nowadays, whatever. Maybe they go for the look or whatever, don't be really competing, that type of thing. Because even when we were at the camp, like, it was good. Like I said, the kids were competing, but there's some kids we were like, yo, get in line, go out there. They was just like high, and like when that 1-on-1 started coming.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say this day and age of 1-on-1s are different, but like, I mean, that's normal. People just being a little bit timid.
I mean, yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I'm saying the mass majorities, a lot of these kids really aren't gonna step up to the plate and hop in the fire. You're gonna see those consistent people really going up, doing 4, 5, 6 reps. The kids that are high, they might get maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah,
but after that, they're like, they'll be cool after that, bro.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
You said the kids that are already like.
I'm saying the kids that are like hiding, bro.
Yeah.
I'm saying like that's a lot of those kids.
What do you think is going through? What do you think is going through their mind? Because I feel like when I was at camps, I was trying to get. I was
right, but you're not one of those kids though. Is what I'm saying. Like think about it. If you go to like say like a Maryland camp, Rutgers camp, whatever, there's like what 400 or 500 kids there.
Yeah.
There's a good handful of those kids that are probably not going to get 5, 6 reps because they're probably timid and scared.
True.
You get what I'm saying? There's gonna be those handful of kids.
Do you think they're scared because they just want to get embarrassed? Or
yeah,
what?
nigga.
I mean,
some people would never.
Were you ever one of those guys? You see somebody's like, I'm not going to get something.
Nah, for real, I'm a type of nigga like, oh shit, this nigga is nice, but I'm gonna go right up and get mines because eventually I'm gonna have to go against that nigga because you know usually the top maybe 5 DBs and 5 wide receivers, you're gonna eventually go at it at the end. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well just get your reps now, type shit. But I do know people that are, you know, they'll go in and be like, next thing you know, you won't see him for the next 30, 45, 30 reps and whatnot.
What do you think? What do you think is more value? You think going to like these college camps or like actual like the rivals, the
I mean,
the different ones.
I think the rivals and shit like that. But I'd say at the same time, if you're getting invited to the college camps, you might as well go.
Well, like, you saying rivals is more important?
I mean, far as like notoriety and marketability,
marketability, I can agree with that. I
shit,
think like if you're trying to get a scholar, you gotta go to them college joints and perform.
Yeah, you do. But like, I think to get your stars and stuff like that, you're probably gonna have to go to like the Nikes, the rivals.
I mean, I hate how it's like that. I wish it was just like.
But at the same time,
tape.
Yeah, right. But at the same time too, like you said, if you're getting invited to these colleges to go like show your skill set, and you get I mean, you won't get your stars by just getting those offers at those camps type shit. So I mean, it all depends. But I feel like to put your name on the map, so to speak, probably those camps, like those showcase camps.
Yeah. Do you think they hold as much value now since social media is so big? Like actually going to those instead of like kids can make their own highlights and shit now.
I mean. Damn, I feel like back then that shit was everything. It was
everything because like you had to get invited. Because I remember when I
got them gloves and everything.
You got the gloves, and then like when I was going to trying to go to what's the thing they did for the Nike combine.
The Nike, you was at the Nike joint. Yeah, what is it, the regional?
The regional joint. Everybody want to get that gold little envelope.
Hell yeah.
You've been selected because you're one of the best ones in the region or whatever.
Hell yeah.
And then you're trying to get to the joint in Oregon, trying to get selected. I forget what the name of that thing was called.
Elite 11.
Yeah,
or the Nike opening.
Nike opening. Yeah. They still do that.
Yeah,
I remember it used to be on ESPN. You could watch that joint.
I don't know if they still do that anymore, but I mean, they used to be everything though, bro. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but you get that through what? The showcase.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, there be some motherfuckers that be at the Nike opening. Yo, this guy only has like 4 or 5 offers type shit, but he performed at the showcases and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm saying when it comes to like back then, but now it's more so just I would probably say the colleges.
Yeah, because even at the camp this weekend at the FDP one, there was a punter, right?
Yeah,
he was there. And he's a rising junior. So he's gonna be a junior this year.
Yeah,
he had no offers, but he was in there. He's a punter / kicker. He was booming them from 60 yards, like down the middle, like nothing. And the one coach, he's a coach of a private school. He's chopping it up with him. He's like, "Who you play for? Like, you don't have any scholarships or nothing like that." He's like, "Nah, bro, my team is not that good, so I never get a chance to kick." He said, "Come on, play with me." Like, so I'm gonna get you some looks, whatever it may be. So you're right. Like, kids, depending on what program you're in, whatever you may not get the opportunity. Because if you're drilling 60 yarders. Like 10 yards after still space, knocking down in high school, bro, you should have O's. Or if you,
it's all about positioning, bro.
Or if you're a punter, you punting like 50-yard bombs, hang time like 5 seconds, you should have offers.
All about positioning, bro. Because like you could go to a high school to where it's like your coaching staff doesn't really. I'm not gonna say tell you where to go, but like put you in the right spot. As far as like or your whole team go to this camp or like whether it be 7-on-7s to get you guys better for the season or just get you guys looks. Because you see like back in the day, you'd see like schools going to colleges and shit like that to bring the players to do like one-on-ones, not one-on-ones, but do the camps and whatnot, or do visits and whatnot. And it's like, that's positioning, bro.
Yeah, some schools did and some schools didn't. Like you see the difference because we used to be out there like individually. You feel me?
But you see like 5, 6, let's say Timber Creek guys or Camden High guys, but there'd be all the main skill players, bro.
All of them there.
But at the same time, you'd have the front 7 players there too.
Yeah, everybody would be in that joint.
But that makes a difference though.
Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about, I guess, like high schools making like sports like the culture of the school?
I think that's a great thing, bro.
Why do you say that?
I mean, because I feel like it gets the kids to like achieve for something. For one, like football is the main thing, but then there's under that umbrella you got like responsibility, priority, and then academics and stuff like that. So if you make it the culture, it gets the kids like wanting to participate in the schooly activities and stuff. And
it also brings money to the school too.
It does too. Which
people don't realize how much like sports.
Hell yeah, man! I remember our school won the ShopRite Cup type shit for being the best sports school, right?
Yeah. That's what I was asking about that because it's like. I don't know, like kids, we always have that conversation about just like what if shit would have been different or like how we're going to raise our kids coming up when it's time for us to have children, whatever it be. Like if that's going to come into factor of where we put them in like a private, public school, depending on where it be, like all that type of stuff. Because that really could have, like, even take it outside of sports, just like when it comes to just like school districts in general. Putting in a position that's going to help them elevate. Because like you said, some schools, they take the effort, whether you're playing a sport, whether you're doing some type of extracurricular that could say it's like even like debate club or something like that.
Right.
They could their whole DNA could be trying to get all their kids to the next level, be scholarships, whatever it may be. So they'll take the effort to put them in the camps or go to the showcases, whatever it is.
Think about this: if kids in your school or getting scholarship, wherever it is, whether it be academics or sports, it's only bringing more money to your school.
100%.
And making it more, pristine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like you said, it's definitely comes down to, like, well, for me, yeah, bro, having a hand in where your kid's going to go. Because it's all about positioning, bro. Because you can say, oh, yeah, you can go here and thrive wherever you want. But it's like, yeah. But then you're going to be going through loopholes, bro. Like, so I'm trying to put my seed in the best position to where it's like, yeah, you still got to work, but you still have the resources to get to that next level.
Yeah. I think that's important.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't want her to be behind the 8 ball by any means, whatever it is, whether it be behind, like, learning how to work technology, books, whatever it is. I want her to be at a school to where she can get anything she needs in that school type shit.
Yeah.
And at home is just the plus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, yeah.
No, that makes sense. While we're speaking on sports and stuff, let's jump into the Monday Rundown news. So today, not today. So NBC News reported that a U.S. judge approves $2.8 billion settlement, paving the way for colleges to pay athletes millions. And it says in the fundamental shift to college athletics, as early as next month, schools will be allowed to share up to $20.5 million with athletes over the next year. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna read a little bit more of this article by the Associated Press, and then we can react and give our thoughts onto this. It says a federal judge signed off on arguably the biggest change in history of college sports Friday, clearing the way for schools to begin paying their athletes millions of dollars as soon as next month, as the multi-billion-dollar industry shreds the vestiges of the amateur model that defined it for more than a century. Nearly 5 years after Arizona State swimmer Grant House sued the NCAA and its 5 biggest conferences to lift restrictions on revenue sharing. It says U.S. Judge Claudia Woken approved the final proposal that had been hung up on roster limits, just one of many heads of amid concerns that thousands of walk-on athletes will lose their chance to play college sports. It says the sweeping terms of the so-called House settlement included approval for each school to share up to $20.5 million with athletes over the next year, and $2.7 billion that will be paid over the next decade to thousands of former players who were barred from that revenue for years. And this goes on to read a little bit more of the details of the agreement. And it says the scope of changes some have already begun in a difficult overstate. The professionalization of college athletics will be seen in high stakes and expensive recruitment of stars on their way to the NFL and NBA, and they will be felt by athletes whose schools have decided to pair their programs. The agreement will resonate in nearly every one of NCAA's 1,100 member schools, boasting nearly 500 athletes. So, what's your initial reaction to the settlement that's going on, or that happened?
That the fact that people are getting paid?
Well, that people are getting paid. One, not just that the settlement from 2016 to 2024, those athletes are going to get paid, but also that schools now on top of NIL can give up to $20.5 million to athletes.
I mean, I think it's a good thing for these young students, bro.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that now the budget has been set higher, they're definitely gonna have to implement like different things to like how these kids can like use this money, bro. Because like motherfuckers might crash out with this shit.
You think so?
The more money these kids get, bro, yeah. These niggas are still immature, bro.
Yeah, you talking about like crash out, just make big mistakes with all this money.
Yeah, that's what I mean by crash out. Yeah. Like I'm not saying like physically like crash out.
Do you think so though? Because like a lot of these kids are getting this bread before they even get like. There's kids that are getting millions of dollars in high school at like 9th grade, 10th grade. So by the time they get to college, like you already been having this bread.
No, you're right. But I'm saying, what about the kids that aren't getting it? That's not a lot of people that are getting bread in 9th, 10th grade.
You're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the kids that are just now getting it when they just now touching college. Like they're still, they experience life, but they're still immature, bro. Like they're still gonna be doing dumb shit. Like now I got fucking $5 million. To spend. I'm about to go do this. We about to go park. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're on a college campus, bro.
Like, you're doing a lot of others.
You're gonna be doing
a lot of other things that factor into it.
Yeah, bro.
Do you think it's gonna be a high percentage of kids though?
No, I don't want to say. I mean, shit. Actually,
I said I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know because
you gotta think about when you're on campus, bro.
It's different.
It's different, bro.
Like also now I kind of agree with you now because especially with how much clout is a thing.
Bro, niggas are not gonna give a fuck about the law. People are gonna be thinking they're okay. I'll just bail myself out.
Yeah,
and they're gonna be talking recklessly. I mean, I'm granted.
You know who I am. You know how much I'm making.
Right, but granted, there's gonna be. I don't want to like overlook like the people that are gonna be responsible for it and like take care of business. But like let's keep it a bean here, bro. You got motherfuckers that are essentially 17 to 23, 24, bro. Yeah. All and let's say the basketball team's nice, the football team's nice, the softball team's nice.
Yeah.
You got a lot of motherfuckers with money just drawing now after games, bro. They're not, they're going to be taking care of their academics, but like it's all about the aftermath, the extracurricular activities.
I mean, how do you think that's going to affect like school in general though? Like even just, we're talking about the money aspect, just like school in general, like kids like wanting to even just go to school and learn. Do you think that's going to fuck up the academic aspect of college now too?
Shit, I feel like a lot of these motherfuckers are just online with it.
Yeah, true. I mean, a lot of people are online with it, but just even when it comes to like NIL, like the football players make a lot, but they say like the women's sports make a lot of money now too. Like they make
softball.
More.
Softball got paid $1 million.
Yeah, softball and basketball, gymnastics makes a lot of bread too.
That's what I'm saying.
Like now that these other, I guess at times underrepresented like sports that weren't getting the funding that they were getting, now they're getting all this bread now from NIL in the schools. Like as a collective now, because before you see it from maybe like the hoopers or like the
everybody or like the
paid, or like the football players may not really give a fuck about school because I'm just going to the league or whatever. But now
it's preparing these niggas for mini Hollywood, bro.
But now everybody's getting money, so it's like it's going to represent it from the haves and have-nots on campus.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna see the rich and the poor, bro. You're gonna see all these people with money, but what about the kids that are just going to school, bro? Have to work 2-3 jobs, but we're in the same classes and shit like that.
Yes.
There's going to be somebody in that pool that's going to be like, fuck it, I'm risking it all.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Risking it on what way?
They have what I want.
Oh, you talking about stealing, whatever it may be?
I mean, you're going to see that, bro.
No, yeah.
And then
it happened at Jackson State. What's the word?
Let's not even say the college students. Like, a lot of these schools are right around, like, cities and communities
they gonna get
that
tried.
are, like, are technically poverty, bro.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now you're driving around campus and maybe go a little bit outside of campus in your Lambo, you flossy and all that shit. You're going to get tried, bro. Yeah. And you're like I said, you're still immature, bro. So it's like there's going to be, like you said, those growing pains in the beginning when people are really getting paid.
Do you think it's going to be more beneficial or not as beneficial for the NCAA in general?
I mean, it's going to be more,
because if you look at it, like the way I see it is like they're almost this is allowing them to invest more into their product without them investing more into the product. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like the sports and all that type of stuff. So
like people are going to start paying for like personal trainers and stuff like. But you know what's crazy? I was watching something on Gilbert Arenas, like because about just trainers and stuff like that. Right. You know how like the fact that now, like you said, the budget's high and like you said, these players are going to get trainers.
Yeah.
But Gilbert Arenas was saying like these kids just need to just play. Like, don't worry about having trainers and shit like that because that could low-key fuck you up later down the line.
Yeah,
type shit.
Give you not even just bad habits. It's like
right.
Like when it just comes, like you.
Kenyon Martin said that shit.
Yeah, you think you just doing this. You have to do it this way every time. And limits your freedom, your creativity.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
to be a certain type of player.
Right.
And it doesn't matter what sport you're playing, whether it's basketball or it's football, whatever. It's like if you're taught from a certain age, you have to do it this or you have to do. I feel like. There's gonna be a lot of copy and paste out there in terms of
because think about it, everybody's gonna be under one academy. Like for example, like Clutch, everybody get a signed to like Rich Paul, go to his trainers and all that stuff, and it's just like you said, it's gonna be a lot of copy and paste stuff to where it's like there's gonna be less in the creativity when it comes to like stylistic play.
Now for sure, and my biggest question too when it comes down to the actual product, they're investing into the product of the game, but when it comes to the competition on the field, I think it's going to get there one or two ways.
The comp's going up.
Well, let's just say it could go one or two ways. You get the NBA effect where it's like, you know the hoopers and stuff. Some of the hoopers get a slack for, we're making too much money, so we don't care, not play as hard.
No.
As opposed to like, or you can get the other side where it's like, we playing to get more dollars type of thing. Like,
there's gonna be these boosters are gonna be putting bets on the line, bro. Oh, you get paid this much, bro? Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll double that if you do this, bro. Yeah. Or if you can three-peat, you know what I'm saying? Like,
or the kids that aren't getting NIL deals like that or getting money like that from the school, they probably gonna try to grind harder too to get that bag.
You know what's crazy? It's funny you say that because I think he's like. He was a boost. The dude at Texas Tech. He went to Texas. He used to play football at Texas Tech. Now he's like an owner for some like company, and he was like the president of like the sporting funding and whatnot. And they were saying like how, how like right now it's like it's the $20 million budget. to where it's like for boosters and like outside share companies, there's no budget. So it's like that $20 million. Yeah, there's a cap.
That's
but
it's
the
school.
Like, it's just the school type shit. But everything outside, it's like that could be billions, bro. Yeah. So we forgetting about that too. So that's what I'm saying, bro. It's really the wild, wild west.
Do you think they put a salary cap on that to make it fair?
How can you though? Why? How can you? You don't know who your outside sources are?
No, I'm saying though in terms of like salary cap, in terms of
you can only have limited like private investors type shit.
Yeah, kind of how they do in like professional sports, bro. They have like certain caps in terms of like contracts and all that type of stuff.
But then what would that be?
But yeah, that's a good question. I don't know what it'd be.
It's adding more dollars at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna get tricky, bro. My thing is like, is also like, is that gonna be, what's the trickle down effect gonna be to the pro leagues? Like, because are these kids gonna start staying more in college or gonna try to get to the league? Because like, think about it. If you're in college, like we talked about one episode, Cooper Flag made $20 million his freshman year.
Hell yeah.
Now imagine like all these schools are getting bread now. This is a year after him, and like these players, like I'm going to the. Why do I need to go to the league when I'm making more right here than I am going to be making my rookie contract year? Why would I do that right now?
No, you're not.
Why not stay here, stack my bread? I can still get a deal with Nike, being in college, still prime time deal with Nike, getting in college, get a deal with Adidas, whoever may be in college. What do I need the pros for now?
I mean, on some like Pat Mahomes shit, the only thing they can offer is like ownership and like the teams.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I think that's gonna be.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a better effect for the pro leagues too, because these guys are gonna come in more seasoned and developed too. Like whether it be
but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. As far as like football, it's already a grown man's league type shit to where it's like I think this is actually good to keep these players like to stay back a little bit longer so they can develop and shit like that. Because like football's a little bit different, bro, type shit.
And I'm speaking more so like basketball in terms of like when it comes to, because you know the NBA kids are coming in like 18, 17, whatever it may be.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, but they have the opportunity like to go play overseas and shit like that.
No, facts. But I'm saying in general in terms of just the maturity of the game, in terms of like kids will be coming in like they can really like they be coming in ready to just get off the rip. These coming in make an impact right away, because a lot of these dudes in the NBA, unless you're like a top guy more times than not, you're working your way through whatever to get.
But that's that anomaly.
Yeah, but what do you mean?
Like a lot of these guys, like the guys that are like 18 coming in, like really making noise. Like there's probably how many people really do that?
Yeah, but I'm saying a lot of these kids are just leaving early because like they want to go get that bag. But I'm saying like in when it comes to basketball now,
do they though? Because I be seeing, I feel like these days. I mean,
bro, a lot of these boys be 18.
I mean, if
one and done.
You're right, but that's if they have a breakout ass year though.
Not even though, bro. A lot of kids be going one and done, bro. That's the whole concept of.
You're right. You're supposed to go one and done.
As
but I'm
saying
like
if you're not having
to get, you can definitely say a few players that
like 2 years. I'm saying like year two, cool. But I'm saying like I think a lot more players are gonna be saying 3-4 is what I'm saying. I think these cats gonna be saying 3-4, bro.
If you're one of those breakout stars, yeah.
What you mean?
Like you said, like a Cooper Flag. Like, why would he go to the league?
Yeah,
but what if you're like, I mean, like, if you're an average, not saying average Joe, but if you're a player that still needs development, you're gonna stay anyways, bro. You're not gonna go into the league.
But I'm saying if you're a player that doesn't necessarily need development, why do you need to go to the league?
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I guess the market's bigger, bro.
How?
So NBA is not a bigger market.
I'm just saying, explain. Like, what do you mean by the market being bigger?
I mean, when it comes to the NBA and teams and everything around it, yeah, that's global compared to the NCAA.
Yeah, but if I'm like, if I still got to deal with Nike, bro, they can still push me globally as like, you know what I'm saying, the next gen or whatever it is. And you're marketing you in college. So when I get to the league, I already have a major fan base, and I'm easier to market now.
That's it. But that's if you're a breakout star, my nigga.
Not necessarily.
What you mean not necessarily?
Like you could be on a Nike affiliated team and they marketing y'all because they getting dollars put into that program.
Yeah, you can get a Nike check, but I'm saying that doesn't say that you're gonna be a global fucking star.
Yeah, but I'm saying like let's continue to use the Cooper Flag example. What I'm saying is like if I'm Cooper Flag and I'm making $20 million my freshman year, and I know I'm gonna probably make more than that my sophomore year or whatever is coming back. It's like, why I don't need to necessarily make that jump. Nike can still market me as a superstar at Duke, whatever, wherever in the world.
But what's a bigger market, Duke or fucking the Dallas Mavs?
I don't know.
The Dallas Mavs.
How?
That's Texas, my nigga.
I'm saying market in what sense though?
Like the person, the player, the jersey, everything around it, bro.
But I'm saying Duke University's everywhere. It's not just Dallas though, because you have the alumni, you have all this stuff everywhere, years and years in history of people, lineage that went to Duke. So if you're marketing him across the globe or across the nation, bro.
I mean, Duke's more of across the nation versus the Dallas Mavericks across the globe.
Do you think Duke's? I think Duke's a bigger brand than the Dallas Mavericks.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Duke's a bigger brand than Dallas Mavericks.
Bigger brand.
Yes, I think Duke's,
I don't think so.
I think Duke's a bigger brand than Dallas Mavericks.
They got Dirk Nowitzki? Hell no. Fuck no.
Yeah, I think Duke's
Hell
a bigger
no.
brand.
Hell no. When Duke Dirk came to him,
Duke as a brand, bro.
Fuck no.
As Duke as a brand.
No. Even when Luka came, nigga. Bro, what the hell?
I think Duke,
and Kyrie.
Bro, I think
hell
Duke,
no. Hell no.
You think the Dallas Mavs are a bigger brand than Duke?
Fuck yeah.
I have to disagree.
Fuck yeah.
I have to disagree. I'm interested in what people think, but I personally I just think they just based off the lineage they've been talked about for a longer period of time. All that type of shit.
You gotta see what the Dallas Mavs brought to the table. More global stars.
I get that. I hear you, but it's just like
versus just America.
How's it just America?
Duke, America.
But you
Dallas Mavs,
bro,
global.
Bro,
NBA, global.
How is Duke just America when you have people that go to Duke that are from different parts of the world, bro?
Respect.
That's what I'm saying. It's a university that people come from every part of the world to this university, then they go back to wherever they came from, whatever it may be.
You're right.
Then you also have NBA players that played at Duke that are in the league now that play. It's like, come on now.
But I'm still gonna say fucking the Mavs, bro.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I mean clearly the Mavs are a bigger market than fucking the Duke University.
What do you mean a bigger? How is
the NBA's behind these niggas, bro? What the fuck,
bro? I think Duke's personally a bigger.
So if you're saying the NCAA is a bigger market than NBA.
No, I'm talking about the brands themselves as the Dallas Mavericks versus the Duke Blue Devils.
The Mavs won fucking world championships too. Now, come on now.
And Duke's won
American championship. We're talking about world championships.
How's that world championship? They're an American league.
Huh?
They're an American league.
We have global stars in this league.
There's global stars in NCAA
too. It's not a world championship.
Is
NBA a world championship or not?
They play American.
But they
call it the world championship.
All right, then why are you hating on the trophy?
They call NFL world championships too. But it's
okay,
but it's only American players for the most part. Majority of it's American players.
So there's not a lot of international players in the NBA.
What? I didn't say that.
We're talking about the NBA right now.
Yeah, I gave you that already. I'm not debating that. I'm not debating
that. So what are we saying? It's a bigger market than the NCAA.
I disagree.
Yes, I disagree. He just said it's not a bigger market.
I'm talking about Duke
crazy.
in the
That's
Mavs.
Crazy.
Duke in the Mavs. I disagree. Duke is a bigger brand than Dallas Mavericks.
Okay.
This is my opinion.
How much money have they both brought in?
I don't know. I have to look.
I'm curious.
I'm about to look that up.
I'm curious because I'm saying I'm pretty sure the Mavs were probably bigger than Duke. No bullshit. If we're being completely honest.
Think so?
Yeah. These niggas run a city, nigga. You get me? These niggas run Dallas. The Cowboys and the Mavs, bro. Cowboys and the Mavs. But
money wise, valuation wise, Dallas is bigger valuation wise.
I know, nigga.
But in terms of just brand in general, do you think so? If you went down the street, you'd be like, "Have you heard of the Duke Blue Devils?" Versus like going down the street and saying, "Have you heard of Dallas Mavericks?" You see more people saying Dallas over Duke.
Where we at?
Anywhere, bro.
Like we're in a different country type shit.
Anywhere, yeah. It could be anywhere, bro. I'm just saying. You're walking down the street. Say, have you heard of Duke? Have you heard of Dallas? Or have you heard of the Mavericks? Have you heard of the Duke Blue Devils?
That's gonna be a tough debate. I'm gonna say the Mavs, bro.
Okay. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm gonna say that's my opinion. But let's continue along this line of the NIL talk. There's a video that surfaced of the Syracuse Orangemen football players talking about how they can get their NIL taken away. I'm trying to find the clip real quick. But pretty much they were saying that I'm gonna play the audio. I found it. It says you can really lose your whole check, and this is off of their one of their podcasts that they have. It's Demetrius Samuel Jr. and Byron Washington. They were talking on. It's called The State of Orange. I'm gonna play the audio, and then I want to get your thoughts on it.
Okay. Let's do it.
Say like, oh, these kids get on this, but they don't know how to act with it. Oh, but forever to keeping y'all lives and tell the people, if you do what, you get dark.
We get fines for you miss more than 2 absences in class. You got class checkers. If you don't have your jug or your tablet for like filming everything,
$50.
Yeah, every time a coach see you without it, dude.
You don't make a weight. You gotta lose 2 pounds or gain 2 pounds.
Oh, this the league.
Yeah, but you weigh in 3 times. So like on Monday, it's kind of like more lenient. Yeah. Wednesday, you kind of want to be there, and then on Friday, if you're not there,
Friday, if you ain't there,
a quarter.
Yeah, a quarter.
Your monthly check.
Yeah.
You see people trying to starve on Thursday. People trying to eat Thursday night.
That's crazy.
Because you know that quarter coming if you don't make it.
It's crazy too, cause like that's for the week, and then like if you go to the next week and you start over, that's another quarter from your check. So like, you can really
lose your whole
check.
Yeah.
People here, all right.
What's your thoughts about that?
Hell yeah, bro.
You like that rule?
I mean,
like not making weight, you can lose your check, all that type of stuff.
It creates responsibility and accountabilities for these niggas, bro. Like getting a big ass check, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so you got. I mean, does he want to really take their money? Nah, but it's discipline. Like, yeah, 100%. And also, it's gonna get him right for the season.
Yeah. Because the jug thing is funny. Because I remember we had to walk around with the gallon jug.
Hell yeah.
Make sure you say you hydrated. The lines you had to drink it at every certain time. Real shit. In the JUCO, bro, we had to do that. We walk around with the jug all day. We have the jug in class, bro. You run it.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah. They said you could lose the whole check in a month. That's crazy. Not crazy in the battle. I'm saying it's like it's fact.
I mean, are you trying to win championships or you trying to here to collect a check?
True.
That's what he's basically saying. Like, if you want to go collect a check, go somewhere else, bro. We trying to win, bro. Yeah. And to where it's like, I mean, clearly a coach like that's been to multiple different programs,
won championships,
been successful, to where it's like he knows what he's doing.
100%.
I mean, as you can see now, over the past season, Syracuse wasn't ass, bro.
Yeah, what they were, like 9-3, 10-3 last year?
Yeah.
They're going to be competing.
And he knows how to recruit, too, because, I mean, wasn't the quarterback, he came from what, Ohio State, right?
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah, and Fran, one of the years he got, he's like the recruiter of the year a couple times.
Yeah.
All that type of stuff. So he knows how to recruit.
100%.
His pipelines, all that type of stuff, especially being like at Georgia, Baylor, having the South Jersey pipipeline, the whole tri-state area pipeline. Yeah, so it's like, every program he's been around, they turned around.
Yeah, that's what to say. Like when he was at Temple, they was winning ball games. When he went to Baylor, they
turned that program around.
Georgia, I mean, clearly Kirby and all them, they was winning ball games. Now he's Syracuse winning ball games. So I mean, nigga knows how to win. I mean, the guy knows how to win, bro. No bullshit. So I can see him.
Where do you like? I don't want to say rank him, but do you think he's an upper echelon coach now? In terms of like being a head man, or do you think he has to prove
tier 2?
You think he has to continue to prove himself, like win a couple more?
Right
seasons?
now, yeah, he's tier 2. Like tier 1's clearly being the best. That's like the Kirby's and you know the Ryan Day. That's a name. Yeah, Ohio State people like that. They're tier 1s because you're expecting them to be in the playoffs every year or win a championship every year. Yeah, like I'm not really expecting him to win. I mean, I would like to see him to win a chip. Yeah. Like he's on the level with Deion. Yeah, Deion tier 2. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Hell yeah. I mean, granted, Deion, you did what you did in Jackson State, but you in the big leagues now, bro. You had a winning program this year, but that's only one winning season, my nigga.
Yeah, like, you need to do back to back. You got to bring a chip.
Bro, you got to go to the offs, bro.
Yeah, something like that. You got to. First step, you got to win the conference.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean.
Bring the Big 12 home, or like Fran, bring the ACC home. And
he won the ACC, didn't he?
They didn't win the ACC this year.
Oh yeah, no. I remember he just said
they were close. They were a game back. I think they had a shot. They were right in the running all the way down.
Tier 2.
Yeah, so they won it this year and they make it to the offs.
Tier 2.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
I'm saying if they win and they make it to the offs, I'm still gonna keep them in tier 2.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying, if they do it this year, then like say the next year, all right, now they compete for a natty or something like that again.
Oh yeah. Then you're tier 1.
Then you. He still might have to get a chip first to become tier 1.
But I'm saying, like, I would put him essentially in tier 1 only because if he's able to turn Syracuse around, make them win a conference championship, they go to playoffs year 1, and like I say, consistently in playoff contention, bro. Like I'll give him the nod. That's turning the whole program around, bro.
Do you have to win a natty, you think, to be a tier 1 coach?
Is Joe Paterno a tier 1 coach?
You won a natty.
Oh shit! What's James Franklin a fucking tier 1 coach?
Tier 2.
Even though he's been in, he recruits great season record.
James Franklin's not tier 1,
and he's been
my Penn State fans. You're a good, very, very, very good coach. But in my opinion, to be a tier 1 coach, you got to get a ring, bro. Like
he's a low tier 2, then, bro. In my eyes,
yeah, he's not even
top 10 tier 2 niggas.
Because my thing is, when I think of like tier 1. I'm thinking of like Saban. I'm thinking of like Kirby. I'm thinking Dabo. I'm thinking those guys that are like, you know what I'm saying? You know, every year, no matter who leaves, who comes, who goes, they're gonna be. You said, yeah, he's tier 1. Jim Harbaugh, he won a chip.
Oh, he won a chip. I mean,
he turned Michigan 1 and won a chip. He's tier 1, and then left and went to the league.
Right.
Like he did it. He did his thing, shit. Bro. He like.
What about fucking what's Kalen DeBoer?
Who's the coach of? I'm going on the blank.
Bama.
Oh yeah, he was at Washington before, huh?
Yeah.
Tier 1 though.
Yeah, hell no.
He's not a tier 1.
He's tier 2.
He's tier 2.
Tier 2.
He's had good seasons. Don't get me wrong.
Tier 2. Yeah,
he's had good seasons. Like even at Washington, they had great seasons. But it's like, bro, you have to win a chip to be a tier 1, in my opinion. Like when it comes to like As opposed to like, I'm trying to think of who's a coach that could be.
Wait, before you go, what about the dude from Texas? Starks. Something that's his name, Sarkisian or something.
Sarkisian, Steve. Yes. Yeah. Where did he win that? He won somewhere though.
Where?
He won at Bama, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he was coaching up. I mean, but I'm saying, as a head coach.
No, he's not tier 1. He's not tier 1 head coach.
You don't think?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Damn. So he's like upper tier 2.
Yeah, he's up.
Yeah, you're not wrong, bro.
Because think about it,
there's only a handful of motherfuckers.
You got guys out there that are really every year in the running.
Brian Kelly.
You said Brian Kelly?
He's at Notre Dame, went to LSU. Where else was he at? I mean, he won that. Did he win a national championship? Oh, he never won that. Yo, that's crazy.
He always got there, but never won.
I think it's tier 2 then.
He's tier 2.
Tier 2.
He's tier 2.
Yeah. There's really
bro. There's a clear separation, bro. Like you can be a very good coach and not be tier 1.
Damn. Yeah. So you're basically saying you got to win chips.
You got to win chips. Think about it, like
even just one. You're saying just one.
Like to be even considered in the upper echelon of like being even. I'm saying to be considered, you have to have at least one.
So you're saying no. So let me ask you this then.
What's up?
The coach at LSU with Joe Burrow. Is he a tier 1 fucking coach? Fuck no.
That's a good question. That's a good question. What's his name?
He's up there with Urban Meyer, Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, fucking Dabo Swinney. Hell no.
Nah.
That's what I'm saying. We can't say just because you won one chip, you're a tier 1 coach now.
No, I said to be considered. I said to be considered, you have to have
we can consider him as a tier 1?
You can consider him, but I wouldn't put him there.
Jesus.
Because think about it. His first year as a head coach, he won a natty, bro. No?
Did he? Was that year 1, bro? Was that year 1, nigga?
Yeah, because I think he was at the interim the year before he took over the program, won, and then his first year he won the natty, bro.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. I'm about to look it up.
Because that was right after he got in right after what? Les Miles, right? Because Les Miles would be considered a tier 1 coach too, right?
He won chips, bro.
I'm just.
Yeah, Les Miles
I'm throwing names out here because I'm really trying to understand. Because
Les Miles,
we putting the guy after Les Miles up there.
I didn't say he was
a chip, nigga.
I didn't say
he,
bro. You see, you're changing my argument. I said to be considered. To be considered. I'm not saying he is. I'm saying to even be considered because you can win one chip and be a dominant program. Like we said, Jim Harbaugh, he won one and got up out of there. I think he's a tier 1 coach though.
Because you know who's not a tier 1 quarterback that won a chip? Coach.
Who?
Another person who was Cam Newton's coach at Auburn. He's not a tier. He's not a fucking.
Why am I drawing a blank?
Shit. I forget his name too, but I'm saying if you're an Auburn fan, fuck you. But I'm saying like he's not a tier 1 coaching either. It was Cam Newton that got him championships. Because didn't he go to UCF after?
He went to not to UCF. He went to a different school, but I know.
But he was on a downhill.
Yeah, it says Ed Orgeron. It said he became head coach. No, so it wasn't his first year. It wasn't his first year. It was year 2.
Okay,
year 2 he won a natty.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, Les Miles only got 1 chip.
That's what I'm saying.
But can you consider Les Miles?
But hasn't he? He's taken down Bama, bro.
He's taken down Bama, and he's consistently competing for a national championship. When he was there, he's consistently competing for a national championship.
What? Yeah, I mean,
he was.
I mean, he had great recruiting classes and stuff.
No,
like
but I'm
right.
saying you're competing.
You're right.
But it'd be like who's coming out that side, Bama or LSU?
Florida.
They're on the other side, weren't they?
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. It would be always between Bama and LSU, and then obviously Nick Saban had Les Miles' number for a long time. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
But it's just
Urban Meyer's definitely up there as well.
Yeah, see. I have a debate. You may not agree with me.
Yeah, Urban's number 1. Nick Saban's number 2. Fuck no.
I was gonna say Urban number 1, bro.
How?
Urban's
how?
Bro.
How many chips they both got?
Okay.
The fuck?
Urban Meyer versus
starting this stupid shit already.
I'm just saying.
Like, nah. Just you could tell the styles of coaching were 2 completely different styles of coaching, in my opinion.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I think Urban was more of a player's coach.
Yeah.
Way more players.
Yeah.
And Saban was more of like a drill sergeant in terms of like, you're going to do it this way, that type of thing.
Yeah, true.
And then when it comes to let the dogs out, he's going to let them out. But Urban's like, you're doing, as long as you perform on Saturday, I don't care what you do.
Because I remember he said, because was he one of the, like people says, yeah, I'm one of those coaches that like, if you want a star, I'm going to treat you like a star.
Yeah.
But you got to perform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, All right, let's we'll go down the stats. So it says I'm gonna make it bigger for you. So it says Urban Meyer's career overview. It says overall record. He was 187-32 over 17 seasons. Has an 85% winning percentage, and then his bowl record is 12-3, which is 80% winning record.
Okay.
And then it says at Utah he was 12-0, 2004 Fiesta Bowl champion. And then Florida, he went 65-15, won 2 BCS national championships.
Damn.
And then when he went to Ohio State, he was 83-9, went undefeated in 2012 regular seasons. They couldn't go to the Natty because they had the sanctions at that time.
Cheated.
He wasn't there for that. It was Jim Tressel. It was the year before. And then in 2014, they won the national championship. And then his summary is 3 national titles. And then his overall winning percentage is 85%. And then Nick Saban, overall college record 297-71-1 over 28 seasons, 80% winning percentage. And then he's 19-12 in bowl games. And then at Bama, he was 206-29.
Damn.
Won 87% of his games. He won 6 national.
That's dominant.
He won 6 national championships: 2009, 2011, 2012, 2015, 2017, and 2020.
Talk that shit, boy.
And then 11 SEC SEC titles. So them joints stack up.
You retracted that statement now, huh?
No.
Huh?
Nah.
Fuck you mean? You saw all them titles he got.
He got a lot of natties for sure.
But it comes. I know what he's gonna argue. You're gonna argue his activity in the ball games.
I was gonna argue the activity in the bowl game. I was gonna say that was the argument, and then also I would have gave Urban one more natty if they didn't have those sanctions because he went undefeated and was just dominating that year.
I think he knew what was going on, nigga. Like,
yeah, but he was the new coach. They hired him. They hired him.
What if didn't happen? Fuck the what ifs, my nigga.
I'm just saying though.
The hell, it didn't happen. But I mean, when it comes to like career and body of work, you could clearly see who's the dominant winner, my nigga.
How?
I mean, from when it comes to the winning rate, winning
Saban's winning rate was
87% to Urban's what?
No, 87% was just at Bama. Yeah. I'm talking his overall wasn't. His overall was.
What's
80,
overall?
His overall winning percentage was 80%, and then and then Urban Meyer's was 85%.
Cause where the Utah run probably?
Nah, every school he's went to, he's won.
I get it.
And Nick Saban, Nick Saban coached longer too. And then let's go to their head-to-head.
All right.
So they're 2-2 against each other.
Yeah, they are. I know there was even Stevens.
So that's a good debate. I'm interested to see what the people think. Who's a better overall coach? Nick Saban, Urban Meyer.
You can't. What are you saying? Fuck that. When you say overall, like look at the results, my nigga. At the end of the day, it comes down to winning championships. When you're a head coach, right?
Yeah, he's got 11 more seasons to win more.
Oh, the fuck? Whose fault is that?
I'm just saying, give him 11 more. He might have 3 more chips too.
The people in Tuscaloosa wanted Saban to stay there for a reason.
But I'm saying nobody didn't want Urban Meyer to stay. He left on his own accord.
That's his fault.
But
why did he leave? Didn't he go to the league?
Urban Meyer, nah.
Didn't he coach at Jacksonville, bro?
Urban Meyer, did he coach at Jacksonville?
Yeah, I thought he was coaching for Jags. Remember, he was coaching for Trevor Lawrence, and then didn't he get fired because the whole situation when he was on the boat?
I thought that was before. I thought that was at college. That's why.
I'm asking.
You could be right.
I thought he was a coach at Jacksonville at one point, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, but I'm saying he left Florida. He left Florida. Stepped away from that because all the stuff that was going on, and then he came back to Ohio State and he left after that after 6 years there. But yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying. If you're just going for
productivity, bro.
If you're saying only natties. Natties?
That's what matters the most.
I'm just saying, if you say
why do people go to Power 5 schools
to win national championships?
Exactly, bro. Like the thing is, like the people of Tuscaloosa embodied this nigga, bro.
Yo, shit. When your accent comes out, you start talking about the Bama shit. The people of Tuscaloosa.
I'm just saying, bro.
You're not wrong. I'm not gonna debate that.
He did well for the city, bro.
He did. Urban did well everywhere he went too.
They got mad at Urban, bro.
Who got mad at Urban?
People in Ohio State, they said, "Why are you leaving?" People at Florida, why are you leaving?
They knew why he left Florida.
He's not a reliable person, bro. He can win chips, but he also sabotages programs.
How do you sabotage the program?
He brings on misfits.
What's wrong?
It doesn't know how to control him.
So Nick Saban doesn't bring on misfits?
But look at the productivity with his misfits.
He said with his misfits
versus Urban's misfits.
I mean, a lot of the guys who produce more pro players, you think Saban just because he's been there longer?
I mean, shit. AI can tell you it all. It probably Saban.
Yeah, probably Saban. You're not wrong.
I know, bro.
But I still might take Urban.
No. In what regards, bro? In what regards?
In terms of
bringing home chips.
I mean, being able to go to a different program anywhere and win.
Okay. I mean, Saban didn't have to do that, my nigga.
I'm just saying, Urban didn't have to either, but he did.
No, because
he built multiple programs from scratch, bro. He built multiple programs from scratch, bro.
You told us why he left. You told us why
he didn't have to. He chose.
He told us why,
but he didn't have to.
No, he wanted to because that shit was getting hot.
My thing, he didn't
that shit was getting hot, bro. That shit was getting hot, bro.
My thing is he didn't have to though.
That shit was getting hot, bro.
All I'm saying is he didn't have to.
He probably left because if he would have stayed at Florida, there probably been more shit under the rug that probably would have came out that probably would have affected his ass.
I mean, it still did it.
And maybe he probably wouldn't have been at Ohio State. So he got out when it was good because shit was getting what? Hot.
Why Saban leave LSU?
I mean, I think he needed to take his talents to good old Tuscaloosa 205 for a reason.
He went to the league, bro.
He went to Miami.
Yeah, he went to Miami.
Okay.
I was asking. I mean,
because he was at Michigan State too at one point.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing shit at Michigan State.
Wasn't he assistant coach or was he head coach?
He was the head guy. He was the head coach.
He was fresh, nigga.
And
he was new to the league, nigga.
Urban was fresh too.
Where? At Utah?
Urban was fresh at Bowling Green. He turned the program around. Was back coach of the year. Then he went to Utah.
What was his record? His first season, and he was at Bowling Green compared to Michigan State, the Big Ten.
That wasn't Nick Saban's first coaching job. Nick Saban started at Toledo, bro.
Okay.
And climbed his way up, bro. What you mean? They both climbed their way up.
All right, bet. What was his record at Toledo versus Bowling Green?
Toledo, he was there for one season. He was 9-2.
Okay, shit.
I'm not hating.
This nigga's a hater.
How am I hating?
He was a winner right out the gate.
So was Urban Meyer.
What was his shit at Bowling Green?
He was 9-2 too. What you talking about?
I wasn't hating on this nigga though.
I'm not hating either.
Oh, this nigga was losing.
Bro, I just said at Michigan State. That's the first thing that stood out when I saw the record, bro. Because I ain't never seen a record like that from Nick Saban,
Yeah, that's what you said. This nigga's average. I'm like, all right.
I said he was average at Michigan State. His first big gig, he was average.
Okay, what was the first big gig?
He was average.
So
his first big gig, he was average.
Urban Meyer, I can't see. Urban Meyer's first season at Utah went 12-0.
Yes, he was only there for 1 year.
All right, bet.
12-0, winner.
Okay.
Then went to Florida. We know what he did there.
All right, bet.
You know what he did. I say you know what he did there.
I mean, you know what he did. Nick Saban did at LSU.
But I'm just saying though. Urban won everywhere he went, bro. Everywhere he won.
All that shit he won only 3 fucking what? 3 rings?
He won 3 Nautals.
3 rings. All them records he only won 3 fucking rings, bro.
You know how I know? He said
3 rings,
he went
bro.
to the SEC where Nick was reigning supreme and took over. And took over.
He only has 3 rings.
Took over.
3 rings.
He went back to back.
How's that going? How's that taking over? How's that taking over?
Bro,
how's that taking over?
And won back-to-back chips, bro.
That's taking over?
Bro, in the SEC.
So Nick Saban didn't come back and whoop his ass?
No, Nick Saban came in and took back over. But all I'm saying is,
nigga, you're talking about just like the Kendrick and Drake. It was just a moment, nigga. A moment. A moment in time, nigga. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be new players in the game. They might get number 1 here and there.
I'm pretty sure they get through Bama and them to win the Natty, bro. Back-to-back years.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. When they got the head-to-head in the SEC championship, Florida put the BTA.
So how many times have these niggas seen each other, bro?
They've seen each other 4 times.
It's not really taking over.
But I'm
saying, said it was what? And the record was what?
When it was mattered.
And the record was what? They saw 2 times in what? In like championship play. I'm talking about actually in game.
No, in game they played 4 times. I think they played 4 times overall. I'm trying to find the stat. I just pulled it up. Hold up.
Because that's not taking over then. According to what you're saying. If they only played 4 times, bro, 4 times in their whole entire careers, it's even kill, nigga. Yo, so
Urban's 2 wins came in more pivotal moments than Nick Saban's.
Yo, this thing is you realize the AI is going to cater to what you're trying to say. So when I type
I didn't type anything in, bro. I scrolled down. I literally typed in, I literally said, what's the head-to-head? I said, what's the head-to-head between Nick Saban and Urban Meyer, bro? Okay. And it just pulled up all the matchup stats. That's it.
Okay.
And that's all I'm saying. All I said is Nick Saban, he beat Urban Meyer in 1 SEC championship and 1 regular season game.
Okay.
Urban Meyer beat Nick Saban SEC championship and college football semis. 2 more pivotal games.
Wait, and what was the regular game play? It was
just the regular season game.
What was the team? What was his team? Florida versus Bama.
You said what?
Florida versus Bama.
Yeah.
So they're probably playing for the number 1 spot. A very big game, nigga. Being the top dog of the SEC right now. So whoever won that game, you know that they're probably winning the fucking national championship.
Not necessarily.
What year was that? Was that the year these niggas? Was that the year these niggas fucking? Was that in 2012, my nigga? Actually?
No, it was 2010, bro.
Okay, shit. Okay, shit. Even better, nigga. And who we play in 2010? Now I'm thinking about it.
In 2010, y'all played. That might have been the year you played Texas.
And as we heard Colt McCoy, huh?
I think that's the same year.
All right, then.
But,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you know, whoever won that game is going to the chip, bro.
Compound, chat. Let us know who you think is a better head coach.
Yeah, they beat you up.
They might.
They're gonna say Nick.
They might.
Saint Nick. Nigga.
I'm just giving my thoughts. My thoughts. Also giving my thoughts and opinions. I let the people
react. You about to make me crash out?
You know I knew you was about to. You know what I'm saying?
Just gelling. No, he's capping.
How am I capping? Nah, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. But let's jump into the Face of the Future song of the day, presented by NBT Media. If you're listening to us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, tell a friend about today's episode. Also, if you're new listening here, make sure you head over to NBT Media's Instagram page, join the NBT Compound channel. We're in there having conversations about everything we talk about on air, current events, sports, music, news, anything you can think of. Join the community so we can continue to grow. The Faces of the Future song of the day comes from artist Rocket put in the chat. You pronounce it Blaxian? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Blaxian. The record's called Untitled. Once again, this is Blaxian, Untitled.
Lately you've been acting like you're brand new. Sometimes I forget I'm not bulletproof. I already know what you got to do. Somehow it's so easy for me to lose you. Yeah, taking my time just to get right. I'm all alone through the midnight. Hung up the phone, forgot to say bye. Yeah, and I know we're complicated. So baby, can you give me some patience? You put me through. You got me in chains, I need to break loose. You don't like it when I tell you the truth. Now I find myself with nothing to do with you. But it's gonna be alright, babe. Cause I still got the time and faith. Oh yeah, no matter the time and place. Still got the time to waste. No, that time only flies when you and me see eye to eye. That's the fastest time goes by. That's the way that I like it, babe.
Oh my God, is that the Faces of the Future? Once again, that was Blaxian, Untitled. You can stream that on all platforms. It's a good record.
Hell yeah.
Came across him. You was crate digging or you just came across your timeline?
Bro, when I'm on those benders, bro.
So I'm on the benders.
I'll just be driving home and it'd be like 3, 4 in the morning. See the sun come up damn near. And just play
said
that
3,
shit.
4 in the morning.
Yeah.
So let's continue. Let's continue our Monday and Rundown news. Michael Beasley and Lance Stephenson played 1-on-1. Did you see the clips of that, John?
I think I watched. I'm pretty sure I damn near watched the whole thing.
Yo, what'd you think of it? I liked the event. The whole event was a vibe.
No, I fuck with the set. Damn.
And talking like the setup and all that type of stuff. You know?
Yeah.
They had him like a nice little court. It was packed. Felt like he was in park vibes. Even though it was indoors.
Yeah, I fuck with the whole setup. I mean, like just the whole build up to it. You know what I'm saying? Like they had like different teams. They would like play 1-on-1s and then 3v3s and like I think eventually they had a tournament to build up to like the 10K prize, because I know like they were saying like the build up when they're playing the different games. Like each game was like 5,000 per game.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Type shit. And then because I think it built up to like 100,000 to like the end of this, like the 1-on-1 with Michael Beasley.
So it's like an undercard type joint.
Yeah. And then the one bull, I forget his name. I think it's Cam. He won like 10K.
Shit.
Because like it's Michael Beasley and Lance Stephenson the main card.
Yeah.
And then they'll have like the co-main and like probably like the other ones under. And like the co-main event was like a cash prize.
That's like I think we're gonna start to see more stuff like that.
Hell yeah!
They said a lot of these NBA
Brandon Jennings is actually trying to do something. I think either he's helping that or he's trying to do his own thing.
Yeah, I think him and it might have been Jeff Teague. They got the 520 podcast.
Yeah,
they were going back and forth for a while. So I don't know if they're gonna do. They did. I'll watch that one too. I mean, I thought Michael Beasley was gonna win. When it came because
that nigga, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga got a toolbox, bro. No bullshit.
He's different, but it's just like. Bro, even like the story they say about like him just cooking Braun 1-on-1, and then Kyrie saying he would never play Michael Beasley 1-on-1 because he's just nice like that.
I mean, bro, if they're saying he's supposed to be a guard,
he was like a 3.
But I'm saying like they say he'd be playing like a guard.
Oh yeah, he plays like a guard. He can play like a guard.
The Bull's like 6'9".
Yeah, because I mean, he was a K-Stater, so it's like that boy was cooking, bro. They say he's one of the best freshmen to ever play in college basketball.
Yeah,
want to run to like the
I'm saying like if you're 6, I mean. How tall is KD?
7 foot.
Oh shit! Damn, who's 6'9" is really moving like that for real?
Bron.
Okay, there we. Damn, yeah,
yeah.
Damn, yeah. So now that makes more sense now. Like, yeah, how he's beating Bron. Because I'm like, okay, he don't. His frame don't look big, but he's just like tall and
he knows his body, all that type of stuff. Like,
yeah, he knows
that
exactly.
He'll
exactly.
Lean, step back, pull up. You know what I'm saying? And then I think like the also like just outside of like the basketball, the character matchup was cool. Like Lance Stevens is a character, and Michael Beasley, he a character himself. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see like after he hit one of the shots, he told everybody, "Just get off me." Whoa, went to like
Lance or
Michael?
Mike, yeah.
And then his whole demeanor changed when the sun walked up. He turned to switch the mode off.
Nah, I didn't see that part.
Yeah, bro, it was a whole clip. He's like, boy went from like killer mode because you killing on the court.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's like, "Yo, get off me!" And the sun came off. Everything just changed. Like his whole demeanor.
Bullshit. Yeah, no bullshit. That's usually how it bees though, for real.
How did you see the lead up to it when they were doing their
press conference?
Yeah,
hell yeah.
You see that? What'd you think about that?
What do
you think about the trash talk? They was talking crazy.
They were talking. I mean, I think a little bit clearly you could tell they're boys somewhat. But also, I mean, when it comes to like when they was putting that money on that line, he said, bet it, nigga. I mean, granted, I don't know if that bet upheld it because Mike Beasley got the 12 first.
Yeah, he said he got the 12 first, and then he said, remember in the press conference, he's like, bet 200. He put 200.
No, that's what I'm saying. They said bet another 100 that whoever gets the 12 first gets 100,000 on top of 100,000 that's gonna already gonna win to the prize. And then he said bet another 100 for just betting type shit. So that's what Mike Beasley said. So it's gonna be 300,000. And then Lance started brushing his beard and shit. He said,
he thought about that.
So what you mean, like 300,000? So we betting the first to 12. He said, and then Mike Beasley, that's how you knew he was meaning. Now, like the realness came and said, no. He said, you know what you betting now, right? Because Lance thought it was gonna just be 200,000 first to 12 in the win. Yeah. But like
Mike's a purebred hooper. You could just tell. He lives, eats, sleeps, just hooping, bro. Like
he said, bet it.
Yeah, but also I want to take this back into like the 1-on-1s, like the 3-on-3s. Like we gotta give Ice Cube his credit, bro.
Yeah, bro. He was the first one that said this is gonna be the future.
Yeah, bro. He literally like with this 3v3 lead that he has, is like he was the domino effect because now everybody's trying to do their own iteration of all this stuff.
Isn't that one girl from the Liberties doing something?
Yeah,
like
Stewie.
That?
She has her own 3-on-3. They do that in the offseason. The W. They have the same 3-on-3 league, all that type of stuff. Yeah. So it's like Ice Cube really a pioneer, bro.
Do you think he should get a royalty check off everybody type shit?
Yeah, bro. Because low-key is IP.
Because think about it. Like, what happens if next chapter gets bigger than the big three, and that becomes the new for All-Star Weekend? Yeah. That's the new thing, which it should have been Ice Cube since he was the pioneer.
Yeah, and it's just it'd be hate because I remember when Ice Cube came out and said he tried to bring this to the NBA.
To
NBA, and they wasn't really rocking. We could look at them as a competitor. It's like, no, we could literally work together, and they wasn't really trying to do that.
And now look at current NBA players are going to they probably are going to the big three and stuff. Yeah, like they are going to the big three, but it's just crazy because it's like the next chapter. It looks a little bit more. What's the word?
What you mean?
Like the big three is the big three, but you could tell next chapter might be that
something different
thing. Yeah,
like it's like the next thing that pops is going to be like the one that's like
everybody's gonna try to model the next chapter, and it might get blind. Like the next chapter was the founder of this big 3 idea.
Oh, they're saying like
that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, it's just like, I don't know.
You get what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, but I think the hoop world knows that Ice Cube. They know because they respect that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you think the old heads or the new generations watching more of the next chapter or the big 3? You think?
Right now, big 3, but I think the next chapter. Yeah, but I think
I don't know, bro. I think these young boys is watching next chapter.
I think, but no, I'm agreeing with you. I said there's gonna be a pivotal shift. I think there's a pivotal shift happening though, just based off of like what they just did now. I think everything's gonna start to shift to that because they're probably gonna get more ad dollars and stuff. The next chapter is gonna get a lot.
I think these young. I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying I think these young niggas are already think this is the thing. Because before these 3-on-3s, the frig and all that, they've been going to cities, bro.
No, I know
Black
that.
Top and all that. I'm just saying,
I'm aware,
like that's what I'm saying. I think the young generation is gonna think like this next chapter shit is the creator of this big 3 1-on-1 shit, bro.
I don't think they're gonna think there's a creator.
I think, bro.
I think they just be made tuned into it. I think people know the big 3 is the big 3. Like this is just. I think this is the next chapter is evolution of that shit, bro.
It is, bro. It is, bro. You know how everybody will say, "Oh, Jay-Z is the GOAT of this," but then you had like the Jam Master Jams and all the Funk Master, all these people. That's what I'm saying. I think the big 3 will get overlooked, bro.
I'm not. I didn't disagree with that. I'm just saying I don't think people will not realize that they started it though. I just think it's just gonna be the next chapter is gonna be the bigger brand probably. That's how I think. Because like a lot of like you said, a lot of the old heads are going to the big 3. The young bulls, like current players or players that maybe overseas or whatever it is, are playing with, like you said, next chapter or whatever it is. But I mean,
hell yeah,
we're gonna see because I think next chapter could even potentially compete with the TBT. Which comes on on ESPN with the tournament they play for $1 million.
Yeah,
where all the teams one and done. I think they're gonna do some shit like that. We're gonna have the 3-on-3, but also have that tournament where it's like they're gonna put up M's. The teams are gonna play up M's in tournaments and shit like that to play. I think that's gonna be the next phase of it as well, outside of just 1-on-1 and the 3v3 stuff. But we'll see. I think. Do you think current NBA players will eventually go into that, like in the off season and stuff, or do you think they're just gonna be chilling, focusing on the league?
Like you're saying, like entering. I mean, shit. I mean, you got to think about it. Like back in the day when people was going to Rutgers Park.
Well, I mean, they still do. I mean, some of the NBA players still do the pro and the one that's in Cali. Like you see LaMelo.
But you're saying like the tournaments and shit though.
Yeah, but I'm saying like playing in like 1-on-1 for 1,000, whatever. Because they said a lot of the guys. I was listening to like the Club 520. They said a lot of the Club 520, the other these basketball podcasts. They said a lot of these guys that are like stars in the league won't do 1-on-1 because a lot of these dudes that
they'll get
on
violated,
the bench,
bro.
a lot of these dudes that's on the bench will really violate them, and it's just because some of these guys don't fit into a system, so they're not a star. But like if they play 1-on-1, they'll get cooked.
I think current NBA players maybe not like. I mean, you'll get a couple stars that might do it just because they just like the sport of it type shit, like on some Rucker Park shit. But I'm saying like you might see like bench players or maybe like 6 men. Like, getting, like you know what I'm saying, or you might see a nigga like Edwards like change the whole frequency.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I can see him do that for real.
I could even see a Shea going in there.
That's
bro.
I'm saying like people that's like
just
high star power. Like I can see like those players hopping that shit, bro.
That should be.
You know what I mean?
Now that
because they got a toolbox. You know what I mean?
If they did that, where these dudes are coming in here pulling up, it's like yo, we playing 1 for bread. They pulling. That'll change everything. That'll change everything, bro. And that'll add that like cultural impact thing to their brands personally, in my opinion. Like you said, that Rucker Park effect, they come into the next chapter.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I think it's doable, bro. But it's gonna come down to like the money, like you said, like how much money is gonna get put up. Because like I said, motherfuckers ain't gonna come out if it's like a meat for in their eyes a measly like 200,000.
Yeah, they'll have to be a bag. But I think brands like it could be like how I'm seeing is like what if Adidas put their lineup versus like Nike's lineup and
that
did like next chapter some shit like Adidas versus Nike, like their rosters.
That could work.
That would be.
But then it's gonna come over who's gonna be the face of this whatever.
True. It could be that, but also I mean, what do you mean by like who's gonna be the main brand or something like that?
Yeah.
But I think it could be a code joint, bro, where it's just like.
But if that was the case,
that's how they're putting the money up. You feel me?
No, you're right. But if that was the case, why haven't they done that?
Some people just need proof of concept before they come in and just swoop it up.
There's been so much proof of concept.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though, in terms of just like I don't know how it works when it comes to
because you got to put it like this. They've definitely had probably tournaments with like Nike sponsoring it and then Adidas is sponsor. Why have they never just have Nike and Adidas collabing together for this thing?
Well, that's that when you talking about like when it comes to AAU and shit, or just stuff in general.
No, I'm saying like you said, like the Nike roster team and Adidas roster. That's a great ass idea, but why haven't we ever seen that? Like them collabing, it's like Nike and Adidas are hosting this.
Oh, because they don't want them. You know the market shit like you just talked about.
That's what I'm saying.
But I
that'd
think
be
like,
lit, bro.
Yeah, they did some. I think they would make more if they did this like a one time a year joint where it's like they do the Nike versus Adidas, or they not even be one
like
time.
Team Nike versus Team Adidas and sponsored. I mean, ran by Next Chapter. Big Three. I agree with that, bro. But
like, I feel like that's something where they could come to an agreement for some shit like that. I think they could. Like, it just depends.
You think though, bro? Because you got to think about how massive that's gonna be, bro. So who's gonna have the more minutes on screen to show their brand? That's what's really gonna come down to.
They would have to that type of thing. I think would have to be a split. And it's not gonna
never gonna be. No
it's never gonna be a
shit.
split, but it's gonna have to be something. Like whether someone gets more airtime on the court, like or it's on the actual gameplay versus like the advertising. Something's gonna be a give and a take. Like it's have to be a yin and a yang. Because one program's not gonna get everything.
I mean, if Nike comes in and said we're A side, and they can list all the reasons as to why they're A side.
Then Adidas gonna say we're A side. List all the reasons.
But are they really, who's a bigger entity for real? For at the end of the day, who brings in more money?
Are you talking about just basketball?
Fuck basketball at this point. Now we're talking about just in general, nigga. Because now we're bringing just the name. We want people to buy because of basketball and whether it be basketball sneaker sleeves and all that, whether it be Adidas or Nike. But now we're trying to market just the brand now.
I'm about to see who's
you get what I'm saying?
Who value that more right now?
Hell yeah! Shit. I'm saying fucking right now, bro. I'm gonna lie, Adidas are proclaiming some motherfuckers too. So
yeah. So ending. Well, this is fiscal year. They only have 2023 for Adidas.
They on 2024.
They only have for Nike. For Nike, they have 2024. I don't think Adidas have posted theirs yet. For 2024, but it says Nike is bigger overall.
Fuck yeah.
Nike's revenue is more than double that Adidas. This trend persisted.
You said more than double?
Yeah, right now, current state it is.
Oh shit!
It says this trend has persisted for years. Nike's revenue has consistently been roughly twice as high, despite Adidas posting faster growth recently. So what's the disparity? It says Nike's scale and market dominance, brand strength, athlete endorsements. They have LeBron, Serena.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Direct to consumer strategy. Nike Direct compromises over a third of its revenue, and in 2021, about 70% of Adidas' total annual revenue, enhancing profit margins. And then Adidas turnaround. It says Adidas saw a 12% revenue increase in 2024. But yeah. This is the bottom line. Nike is undisputed leader in sportswear, generating $50 billion annually compared to Adidas, $23 billion. Yeah,
it's never gonna happen.
Present day, you're right. Present day for sure.
Even fucking past day.
Nah, because Nike wasn't always the biggest. Remember, Nike became the biggest when they signed Jordan.
Shit.
They were little brother to Adidas for a while. In the 90s is when they took over.
Well, according to what you're saying,
no, I'm agreeing. Yeah, it's present day Nike.
That's why they will never do a collab. There's no reason for me to do a fucking collab with you, little bro. Like that's basically what they're saying. There's no reason for me to do a fucking collab with y'all. Collab what? Just come on our shit and we take everything. Yeah, we can put your little fucking names.
Maybe that's why Adidas never did it.
Yeah, why are we gonna amplify our competitors for one? We're doing the same thing. We're in the same markets. Yeah,
and also be like, what if Adidas little brother's roster cooks your roster? That wouldn't be good for the brand either.
It doesn't look good for the brand. Like that's why Floyd Mayweather's never on any of the boxing games.
Yeah.
He's 50-0 for a reason. He doesn't want his character to go on the game and get beat.
Yeah.
That's not real.
You're not wrong.
Like real shit.
But I would love for that to happen. So next gen or Big Three, make some shit like that happen where we can
see roster versus roster.
Roster versus roster, bro.
And that'd be hard having like the best.
What if they did in the NBA? Like that was the All-Star game.
I mean,
Team Nike versus Team Adidas.
I mean, shit. I mean, there's a lot more probably. Like, I mean, what's the?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying like a lot more.
I was thinking about different ways to make like the All-Star game more creative. I mean, like that would been kind of, I think people tuning that shit.
Yeah, 100%. Because I mean, but I mean, isn't all the jerseys sponsored by Nike though? Besides, I think Nike is the
main sponsor now.
Well, that's Nike too, but
yeah, it's still Nike. Jordan's still Nike.
Because Adidas was once the sponsors for the jerseys at one point, weren't they?
Nah, I think some organizations not.
Yeah, okay.
I think the Bulls were Adidas at one point. Before,
damn.
I think they were. I think my Derrick Rose jersey I had has Adidas logo on it, bro.
That's what I thought. I thought a lot of jerseys had Adidas. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I said was Adidas the main sponsor
of the NBA. But because now that I'm thinking about it, weren't they all on like a rotation, like having a chance to be a sponsor for the NBA? Like, wasn't Reebok?
This is Adidas was a sponsor. They were there for 2006 to 2017.
Hell yeah, because I remember Gary Arenas when he was on the
you're
Wizards.
Right. Yep.
Because he was on NBA Live cover and he had that shit. Yeah,
right.
Now I'm thinking about it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, because they just chose not to renew its NBA deal, opting to focus on more individual athlete endorsements and lifestyle wear. Then Nike signed the 8-year deal that began in 2017-2018.
Oh, that shit's probably almost coming up.
Yeah, so the deal's almost up. So we'll see.
Where do you think the NBA is going to go to next? You think they'll double back to Adidas?
New Balance.
Fuck no. What?
New Balance.
They're not. Why? New Balance. It doesn't
Why
really
not?
make sense to me.
If they don't go with Nike again, who would be the next competitor?
Reebok.
Who's on Reebok's roster?
Allen Iverson is the VP now.
I know, but I'm saying who's on Reebok's roster? That like, I mean, Adidas could have because they have Ant Edwards, but I'm just like, I don't know.
I don't know either, bro. I don't know what makes them to pick. Let's go Adidas. Let's go Nike. Let's go whomever. You know what I'm saying? Like why this year we're gonna go with these people and why? For real, 8-year term is really not a long term.
It goes by. It's pretty quick.
That I'm saying, like, why so short too?
I mean, I wonder how. I don't know how. Maybe it's based on who's on their roster, bro. To be honest, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, that's controlling the market now. That's crazy.
Because at that time, think about it. Like, Derrick Rose was one of the guys. He was like one of the top players, and he was signed to Adidas, bro. Because I'm saying Gilbert Arenas wasn't Gilbert Arenas signed to Adidas too?
I believe, yeah.
So like a lot of the top guys, T-Mac was signed to Adidas.
That's a good question to ask that damn AI. Like to really see if like because that's crazy because because when Kobe and them and all them was in the league, that's when that shift.
Yeah, because Kobe was originally assigned to Adidas, I believe, and then he switched. I think then he switched over to Nike. Yeah, but I'm saying, how does the NBA?
Oh yeah, because remember him and Kanye had that commercial and shit.
Yep.
He said Kanye said, "What do I do?" He said, "More," and then Kanye came back and said, "More," and he's like, "Okay, Kobe."
Oh my God, it's not giving me the right thing. It said they bid on it though. It said for big categories like uniforms and beverages, multiple global brands may compete. Like when Nike beat out Adidas to become the official uniform sponsor in 2017.
That's what it is then.
Yeah,
they're probably putting all their portfolio basically. Yeah. This is how we have all these people in men's and women's basketball type shit to push this. And Adidas probably did the same thing. And then NBA, Adam was the silver. Yeah, probably was like, they have more star power.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it is.
It's really all it is.
It's about star power. Who's your bodies?
Yeah, so I don't know. It just depends when contract's up.
Because wasn't Dwight Howard Adidas member too at one point? Yeah. When he was doing the Superman shit? That's crazy. Yeah. It might go back to Adidas, bro. Because it's up in, what, 2020?
It's 8 years, so next year.
Damn.
Because I'm trying to see who Cooper Flag signed to. If it is who I think it is.
Nike, you think? Or Adidas?
Yeah, he signed to Nike,
bro. And SGA signed to Nike too.
No, I said Cooper Flag, not. Well, they gave me Cooper Cup. I thought Cooper Flag was signed to fucking.
They might extend that contract, bro. There's like you got SGA, you got Jason Tatum.
SGA isn't Nike.
He's not.
No,
he's Adidas, ain't he?
No.
What is he, nigga?
I think. Let me see.
Nah, bro. Because him and Drake got a line together, I think.
Is he Nike, bro?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure SGA is a Nike bull, bro. No cap is.
Yeah, so Cooper Flag's New Balance. I said.
So Cooper Flag's part of.
Cooper Flag's footwear is New Balance, bro.
Yeah, that means definitely not going to New Balance.
Let's see who SGA signed to. No, he's Converse.
Is he?
Yeah. He's Converse. Damn.
Converse.
that surprised me too.
This nigga was just sporting. That's bullshit. He was just sporting.
Is Converse is Converse under Nike?
So he's not signed. It says he's not signed directly to Nike. He has been under footwear period endorsement with Converse.
Yeah, so Converse is owned by Nike, so it's the same shit, bro.
Really?
Converse is owned by Nike now.
When did they fucking buy that? That's crazy.
In 2003.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, so maybe Nike again. You may be right, bro.
Fuck yeah. But that's bro. That's wild. Converse. I mean, Nike owns Converse.
Yeah.
What the hell? So yeah, these niggas monopolize my nigga.
Like crazy.
Hell yeah.
I'll be interested to see what direction it goes.
Nah, I stay in Nike, bro.
Yeah, I think the NFL's Nike too.
Yeah, it's always been Nike for the longest, hasn't it?
Yeah,
because before that it was Reebok.
Yeah, New Balance was a sponsor at one point too, like early. I'm trying to tell you they were.
Wasn't Russell a sponsor?
It was either Russell or New Balance, because even people forget, like, New Balance sponsors like the baseball too at one point, because they're really big in baseball.
I mean, they're big in like track.
New Balances, yeah, because
Fuck yeah.
Who's bigger in track, New Balance or Adidas?
Probably Nike.
I'm saying between like New Balance and Adidas.
I want to say newbies, bro.
Really? Okay.
I mean, look it up. I could be wrong. Like, who has a bigger marketing? I think it's newbies, bro.
What'd you rock when you were running?
Bro, I would see RTM. I fucking had the Adidas Zeros, bro.
Them was lightweight, huh?
Had the baby blues.
Just got you
with the orange laces.
Yeah.
But nah. I never ran in New Balances ever.
Yeah,
ever. There was more like a sports shoe for me. Not like a sports shoe, but like a dress shoe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I used to wear Nike trainers all the time because I had Texas ones.
Keeping it on as we start to continue on the Monday Round Out news. What do you think about Universal Music in the AI situation? Signing like AI licenses.
I know Timberland officially signed his own AI artist.
It says Earner Leisure reported. They said that it says Universal Music Group, Warner Music Group, and Sony Music Entertainment are in talks to license music to AI firms. And it goes on to say in the caption, just like a little briefer description, it says major record labels in talks with AI startup Suno and Udio to license their music and create payment agreements for artists. The discussions include licensing fees and a possible small equity stake in the AI companies. These talks aim to resolve copyright lawsuits filed last year, which claim that these companies use labeled music without the permission to train AI systems that generate music from text. The outcome could shape how AI companies license and pay for copyrighted music in the future. So what are your thoughts on this? Like, because this means a lot of different things. So if they're able to like copyright license their music, that means that they can train the AI with the artist's voice and stuff like that, which can eventually down the road allow the artist to necessarily not even have to really make music if you just put it in the AI, because you have your voice, how you sound, your cadence, and all that type of stuff.
I mean, they're still gonna have to do it.
What you mean?
You're still gonna have to record your voice to make it sound what you want it to.
Not necessarily. You never seen those videos of the people putting.
Bro, I get that, but motherfuckers, if it's them, bro, they're gonna be very, very like tedious of how their voice is about to be put out, because they don't want to just drop anything, bro.
True, but I also think like because we'll bring Jake into the conversation. I think some of like the Lucy's that have been dropped over the years have been them testing AI. That's my theory.
Maybe, or niggas could just have boatloads of records.
No, I'm not that too. 100%.
Like,
I'm just saying,
think about it. No, niggas be recording, bro.
No, niggas do be recording. I'm not negating. That's not my point. I'm saying though, in terms of like people trying to figure out a way to just continue to amplify their machine. Like if I can create reference tracks or whatever it may be by just putting stuff at you. I want you to make me a reference track of this, and then I come out and cut something else, whatever it is. I'm just using him as an example.
I'm saying I think they definitely probably I think created references, but I'm saying at the same time, like, I don't know. It's probably a give and take too, because it's like you got the AI, but then what if it doesn't? Like, you're your own personal critic is what I'm saying. Like if I'm me and I have something that's an AI of me, I'm really gonna know the difference.
Yeah, you are. But I'm saying I said the masses are. I think that's why I said I think people are test trying. It was like to see like, oh, they really know if this is me or not. Not saying that they're releasing it. I'm just saying like the, you know how they people release records they don't even release records, just be like, oh, this is a leaked record or whatever. I think sometimes like the bigger people that are bigger artists, I think they're test trying to see if like the masses can even tell if it's them or not. Because I agree with you that they're gonna be their biggest critiques.
People will know.
You think so?
Fuck yeah. Do you be seeing that? So many people are like, oh, let's say Drake drops on, oh, this is AI.
I don't think every time they know. I don't think we do know every time.
But people will be the first to come out.
I think there's some that may sound like this is trash. Like this is like not trash. We don't know. We think this actually sound like it. But I think there could be records that we put out that could potentially really be AI, but we don't know that.
It could be, but I'm saying, but I feel like people really do be downplaying a human ear. Real shit. Like, I mean, some people might just have a really good ear to where it's like they can tell the difference between somebody's voice. For real, for real.
I give the human ear too much credit too sometimes.
Okay, cool. But I'm saying, for example, like I would be able to tell a robot if it was like your voice and you have an AI voice. I damn near probably could tell. I
think you could because you listen to music on a basis like that. But I'm saying the everyday average consumer, I don't think can necessarily tell right away because like just based on
about average, but I'm saying
just based like even like watching like video advertising. Some people don't even know video advertising with AI.
No, I get it. No, I get it. You're saying the average consumer. Fuck it. Okay, but I'm saying for the knowledgeable person. They'd probably know.
Even there, because a lot of people could be getting tricked on like these deep fakes and regular AI, bro, and they don't even know it's not even a real person saying that or shit was altered or whatever it may be. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said like I think a lot of this stuff where these loosies, these leaks that are happening from like artists are people testing shit. People that have the money to do that, I think they're doing that without a doubt. Because I think
they probably testing it, but then sometimes I'm saying like again, people also probably have a lot of songs in the tuck they probably haven't dropped and just put out there.
True, but where do you think the direction this is going to go for the music industry?
I mean, like I said, Timberland's already had signed his first AI artist, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you think it's going to be an uptick of like these labels doing this more?
They're going to try it, yeah, 100%. But I'm saying at the end of the day, I mean, you can't take away from human feeling and human sound.
I think with this world in terms of just like the metaverse shit, and then just like even like with like the GTA style shit where people are in their avatar world, I think the next phase is to create these avatar superstars, avatar influencers, and they're becoming these people are gonna actually start going to concerts to watch these people perform and shit, bro. I think that's gonna happen.
That's interesting. We're gonna see. I don't see it's gonna happen in the next 10 years or nothing.
You don't
like
think
that.
so? You don't think people will go to watch a hologram avatar perform?
Hologram avatar.
Niggas was watching Tupac going crazy.
Nigga, that's different. That's Tupac. That nigga was in the flesh, my nigga.
That nigga wasn't in the flesh.
No, I'm nigga.
That's that was a hologram, my nigga.
Nigga, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying niggas were able to see Tupac in the flesh when he was alive, bro. That nigga was a timeless ass nigga. Of course, people are gonna go out to let's see what this fucking hologram shit's going about with Tupac, and plus we can hear his fucking music. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference. To where it's like, I mean, will that eventually happen? Yeah, probably in like 30 years, but like. In the next 5-10 years, I don't really see it because
10 from now. I think 10 from years could happen.
10 years is quick. Nah, I don't see. I don't think 10. I'm gonna say like 30.
I'll say about 10. I think so.
Nah.
I think
they're
like,
still in that beginning phase of that shit, bro.
I disagree. I don't think they're in the beginning phases. I don't think they're beginning phases at all. I just think they just haven't released certain shit to the public, bro. Personally, but that's just me. I think it'll be here sooner than we realize.
Certain shit like what?
Just like even let's see how clear that hologram was, and that shit was like 8 years ago that shit happened.
Okay.
I think they've probably progressed and developed so much more than that shit by now in the last 10 years.
Okay, but I'm saying it was a hologram of Michael Jackson, hologram of Tupac, icons, bro. Now you got to make these AIs to be icons. That's gonna take time, nigga.
But they're not programming for us. They're programming for the young bucks, bro.
That's good, bro. I'm saying 30 years from now,
yeah. 7-year-olds by the time they're
30 years
19, 20.
30 years
That's
from now.
not 30 years. That's 10 years.
I'm saying 30 years from now.
I think before 30 years, we'll see these AI concerts, bro. We'll see. Because
if that's the case, why aren't these AI robots these artist robots should be right now with my daughter's era right now.
What you mean?
Right now.
You don't think there are?
Show me them.
I'm not tapped into that. I don't watch them. I'm saying they're probably these kids probably watching these avatars and shit on YouTubes and shit like that, bro. These being on like Roblox and all this stuff. These characters that are popping, or like say they're in a Fortnite and there's a character. Think about all the people that went to go watch Travis Scott's concert in Fortnite, bro. It wasn't even a real concert. Motherfuckers was in there just watching this shit.
Probably gaming too.
They weren't gaming. He literally had a concert and people got their little avatars and just stood there and watched that shit, bro. Like, who does that?
So I'm saying like
multiple things in that. I'm saying like the evolution of that is like people going in real life to watch.
So he had a concert in Fortnite?
Huh?
You had a concert in Fortnite?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you can do a lot of shit in Fortnite.
No, but what I'm saying, what I'm saying is people, like you're going to a real concert in real life, people were.
I mean, but at the same time, it goes back to my point. These people physically probably seen this nigga in the physical. To where they say, okay, I fuck with Travis Scott. Let me go see this in the digital world, because I already listened to him, I already seen him in live, in effect. That's what I'm saying. Bro. Like, you're going to have to build these AIs to be icons. That's going to take time.
It is going to take time.
In the next 30 years.
Nah, but I don't think it's going to take 30 years to be an AI
Hard bet.
But we'll see. The last thing I want to do before we close out is, what do you think about the DDG and Haley situation that's going on? How with the whole custody situation, she's trying to get like majority custody. She's trying to say he was doing all this wild stuff, but now all these texts and stuff are coming out that's saying she's more of the aggressor. Allegedly.
I mean, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, but like all the stuff's like all the footage, like she was like verbally abusing him, hitting him, whatever it may be.
That's usually how it goes,
what
bro.
You mean?
Like, I mean, usually there's gonna be claims that are made, and it's gonna be seen as if the woman's the victim in the situation, and then the male's gonna have to prove himself to say like, this is not how it's really going.
Do you think it should affect her brand?
Should it?
That's
yeah,
do you think it should
affect her brand if she's lying and all that shit. Yeah, 100%.
Do you think it?
Will it? Probably not.
You don't think so? You don't think it have any type of effect?
Bro, like shit like that only affects really the man.
Really?
In my eyes, hell yeah. Like, because the initial story is what that you said. Halle Bailey and DBG situation. Halle Bailey's claiming that DDG did X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And now we have to. Most people are just going to take, he's a bad dad, he's an abuser, he's this, that, and the third, and then now we starting to see more shit. It's like, he's not this. Why does it have to be that like that right out the gate? Why can't we look at the full spectrum of everything? Because most people are not looking at the full spectrum of everything.
They never do.
And the headline is a girl being victimized. Unfortunately, I'm not like that's not every case. There's cases to where like the woman's definitely in a vulnerable situation and might be in a bad situation. I do get that, but all I'm saying is, why always out the gate? It's always the male is seen as the bad guy or the suspect.
Yeah, I don't know why culture is set up that way, where it's like, or society set up that way, where it's like you don't give the guy the benefit of the doubt. It's more so it's like you taking the word of them, and then it's like, even if they don't prove something, they're still gonna look bad in the eye just because of accusations.
The thing is, like you said, like, is this gonna affect her brand? It's not at all, bro. Like, which is kind of crazy. Like, but God forbid he did all that shit. His shit, he probably been endorsements done. He probably got kicked off Twitch. Yeah, all that shit.
100%.
And she's the headliner of a Little Mermaid still.
Yeah.
Wild, ain't it?
He just said, so what?
It's wild, ain't it?
Yeah, it's different. The double standard is definitely crazy.
Hell yeah.
Because like you said, if the worlds were reversed, like a lot, there would be actions taken if he was doing all of those text messages came out.
Locked the fuck up.
Yeah, but even just that,
probably not even see his kids.
Like take it even away from like that aspect. Take it to like the point of just like you saying, just losing brand endorsements, all that type of stuff. Like, buddy, probably like any of those like pictures came out of him like doing something where she was like bruised up or whatever it may be. Like it'd be GG's for him.
GG's, bro. GG's, bro. He probably be sitting in court right now for real. And it's crazy though, because like those small situations are huge situation. Like us seen as lying, guys seen as lying to like in that type of situation is 10x.
Yeah.
Compared to them.
Yeah.
So
you're not wrong. But that's all I got for this episode. You got anything else for me?
Nah, I think we got everything. While we're on the big ups.
Oh, you think the OKC's gonna get swept? Nah, you think they're gonna win game 2?
It's gonna be a shootout, bro.
Shootout.
Like this is young boy basketball right now.
Yeah, Holly hit another game winner.
Game 2?
Game 1.
Game 1. Oh,
game 2 is going to be recording, but yeah.
Nah, it's gonna be one of those, bro. You don't know what's gonna happen, bro. Like it was that close of a game, bro. Yeah. Like
OKC was dominating the whole time.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they just gotta close games, bro. You're the MVP for a reason, so show it. We're gonna see. That's
all I got for this episode of the Faces of the Future podcast. It's your boy Myles. Peace.
Oh my God, is that the Faces of the Future? Oh my God, is that the Faces of the Future?
All right, so Bryson Tiller recently addressed his fans. Complex News reported. It says Bryson Tiller addresses fans who say that he'll never top his 2015 classic Trap Soul. So I'm gonna play the video of what he said in response to that, and then I just want to get our reaction to what our thoughts on it.
All right. Better than Trap Soul.
See quite often. Yo, good morning. It's your boy Tiller. I want to speak on something real quick, man. Something that I hear quite often, see quite often. Just because I really want to offer y'all like a fresh perspective, but I feel like what y'all meant to say and what y'all mean to say when y'all say he'll never top Trap Soul, I think what y'all mean to say is they'll never top Trap Soul. Like, y'all don't need to talk to me. I need to talk to them because I already did it. You know, every now and then there's an artist that comes along and drops a classic. Usher, Confessions. He don't never got to top Confessions ever again for as long as he lived. Shit, Frank Ocean. He don't never got to top Channel Orange. Blonde was amazing. Some people feel like it's a better album. Yo, good morning. It's your boy Tiller. I love Blonde. And I'm not saying that I got a Confessions or a Blonde or a Channel Orange, but I'm saying, like, I already did that. I just like to make music. You know, that album, Trap Soul, changed my life. You know, that shit got multiple diamond singles on it. Almost every song platinum on it. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed to even be able to say that, you know. It ain't even commercial success at all. It's more.
So what are your thoughts on just like what are your thoughts about like him having to try to people trying to still make him top like Trap Soul? Or what his thoughts on like his comparison like Usher Confessions?
No, I get it. He's basically saying like I did what I needed to do. That's what it seems like. But I mean, Trap Soul is arguably your most played album, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, so that was kind of confusing. Like, I don't get that.
He was saying like people are just saying like, oh, he'll like he's making music, but like nobody's listening because he's never gonna tap Trap Soul. Like they're putting that standard on him, like, oh, your music's not quality if you're not topping this album.
Nah, that's not true. That's cap.
And that's what he's saying. That's like cap. That's why they're saying like that's how he's making the statements, kind of like saying. This is my assumption. I'm not gonna say this is what he meant, but this is how I took it. Is like, yo, Usher made Confessions was a classic album, and y'all never kept comparing all his shit to Confessions. Like he just kept making good bodies of work, and y'all kept it the way it was. And then Frank Ocean with Channel Orange, same thing.
I think people. You don't think people? You know,
it's like, I think the perspective is how I took it. Also is like, say he does drop a good album, it's like, oh, this is good, but it's not better than this though. Like,
I mean, you gotta think, bro. Like that's what people know you from.
Yeah. But I mean, with Frank, they didn't do that. There's like Channel Orange, but he dropped Blonde. It's like, all right,
because that nigga was able to transcend from Channel Orange to Blonde, my nigga. Like he had records of like, damn, this shit is actually like that. To where it's like Channel Orange is a classic project type shit, but like it's completely like Blonde is completely different from Channel Orange, is what I'm saying. Like people are saying that because Trap Soul is such a good project. We do want something like Trap Soul, but we want it to be creatively different too, though.
Do you guys?
What I mean by like creatively different, we still want to have that feeling from Trap Soul. You get what I'm saying?
You're never gonna get that.
You're never gonna get that. Is Blonde the same as Channel Orange?
No,
but you still have a feeling like there's still a feeling from like, okay, like Pyramids and Nike or Godspeed in Sierra Leone's type. You still have feelings from the older projects that are on the newer projects. It's not the same,
right?
But you still have that feeling, my nigga. That's what niggas are probably saying.
So they need another album that's gonna give them that feeling that Trap Soul.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be every single record has to be a Trap Soul song or a Trap Soul feel, but we just want to take us back just a little bit, nigga.
But what if
he had? In my opinion, I think he has though.
I thought his last project was fire. That's me personally.
Nah, I get it. I mean, but it wasn't. You can't equate that shit to.
I'm not equating it. I'm saying I get his perspective though. It's just like, yo, say, bro, I'm still putting out high quality music.
No, he is, bro. He is. I'm not knocking that, but I'm saying like when this nigga, like again, Frank Ocean, when he went from Channel Orange to Blonde, my nigga, like it was two completely different projects. But it was like, damn, he went back a little bit from Channel 1.
Nah, for sure.
That's
but also,
all we saying. That's all that people are saying.
Yeah, but also like I think Frank maybe being bad comparison from the youth because he definitely not like Frank Ocean or nothing like that. What you mean? I'm saying in terms of just like Frank's like a guard tier artist in my opinion. Like he's up there. He's one of them ones.
Okay.
That's but I'm saying in terms of like Usher's like one of them ones. Like they've dropped, like you said, multiple projects that are like hitting. Like when he was saying like when Bryson was saying using them as examples, I'm saying like he's almost putting them in that putting himself in that category with them. I'm just like it's hard to compare yourself to them because they're in a different echelon.
I mean, is it though? If we're talking about like they're just their first projects, and then you saying going on, you're saying?
Yeah, but I mean Confessions was Usher's first project though.
Okay.
But I'm saying though, I'm agreeing with you, bro. In terms of just like I feel like they're in a different tier, bro. When it comes to like music making, that's just me.
Bryson, Frank,
Justin.
You said what?
You said Bryson, Frank, and Usher. So you're saying Frank and Usher are in a whole different tier than Bryson?
Yeah, bro. In my opinion.
In what regards?
They have way better bodies of work, in my opinion.
I mean, I'm saying at least their first two projects. I mean, okay, you got Channel Orange, you got Nike, and then what else? You
talking about just in terms of like project for project?
I'm saying it's the first two.
I'm not just talking about the first. That's what I meant. That's what I'm being clear. I'm saying like in terms of like artistry, like is not. Would you say Bryson Tiller is in the same tier as Frank Ocean?
When it comes to their first body of work,
I'm not talking about just first body. I'm just talking about them as artists.
Making music. Yeah,
you think so?
Yeah. Frank and B Tiller. Yeah, hell yeah.
So Bryson
making music, yes, nigga.
I'm talking about the projects that they have put out in their catalogs.
I mean, their catalogs. Yes,
I'm not talking about like penmanship, right? And yes, I know Bryson.
Okay, if we're talking about their catalog, artists. Okay, cool. Okay,
that's what I'm
saying.
We
can really. Okay, you got Channel Orange, you got Blonde, and what else? Because most people are really gonna just really focus on Channel Orange and Blonde. Let's keep it being.
I'm bringing up their catalogs.
Shit, I'm on Apple Music right now. Cause
see a Channel Orange, yeah, Endless and Blonde, and then Usher.
So Frank only had 3 projects.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, I'm already hip to that.
And then,
cause I would personally say Bryson Tiller and Frank Ocean's definitely on the same tier.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised to hear you say that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. The way you talk about Frank, I didn't.
Frank's like that, bro. But I'm talking about like their both first debut projects. You could
Tiller's is bigger. His first debut is probably
okay
bigger.
Then.
But I'm just talking about in the way they're looked at as artistry. I don't know if every conversation people are gonna put Bryson Tiller in the same conversation
as Frank. How?
I'm just saying.
But I'm saying I'm just asking the question now. How? Like how?
The same way you literally explained it at the beginning when it came.
If you talk
to his projects, That's why I was agreeing with you.
My point is, Frank doesn't have that many projects, bro.
Bro, but I was literally just agreeing with the statement that you made about the impact that both their projects made.
But all I'm saying is this from Frank is, for B Tiller, the reason why people are probably saying is because they probably feel like his second project, which was what, True to Self. I mean, that shit was 1 billion streams, bro.
No, it did, but people didn't like it. People. What I'm saying is the way that people responded to it wasn't the same way people responded to when Blonde came out. That's what I'm saying.
But I think it might have been the layover too. What was the gaps?
It was 2 years, bro.
He should have came out back to back, bro.
What you mean?
Should have went back to back, bro.
How long did it take Frank to drop?
Shit.
Frank dropped Channel Orange in 2012 and Blonde in 2016, bro.
I mean, he created demand, bro. He was a little bit different.
But that's what I'm saying, bro.
He was a little bit different.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to, I'm not saying like
what do you mean? That's what you're saying.
When it comes to tiers, bro, that boy.
No, they're still in the same. They're in the same tier, bro. Like that. See, we're not.
Are people waiting for Bryson to drop every time?
Fuck yeah! When Trap Soul dropped, bro, they were waiting for that next shit to drop, bro.
So how are you gonna say? How are you gonna say he should have waited a little longer then?
Yeah, no, I said he should have dropped immediately.
That's what I mean. Why are you saying he should have dropped earlier? If
they were anticipating that shit. Just like when Channel Orange dropped, people were they wanted to drop.
So why didn't have the same effect?
I don't know. You got to ask the master. I don't know, bro. I thought that was a great project, bro. That's
what True to Self.
But I mean, didn't that shit go platinum?
True to Self, yeah, but I'm saying where's standing our records from True to Self?
Huh? Let's pull them up right now.
But see, that's my point.
Nick, no, it's not. That's not a point, bro. Just because I have to pull up a song doesn't mean that's your point. What the fuck? Because that was a platinum record,
bro. You're not here.
Platinum project.
You didn't even let me get my thought out.
All right, bro.
What I'm gonna say is the reason I'm saying that is because with Blonde, you started ringing off records that like automatically came off the top of your head, bro.
Because I was just listening to Blonde earlier today and earlier this weekend, my nigga.
Okay.
Like, to be honest, but if I go to True to Self right now, I probably could say songs that I still probably have on my playlist till this day. No bullshit. But I'm saying at the same token, like, these niggas are damn near on the same fucking tier when it comes to dropping music.
I'm looking at the track list too. I'm pulling it up.
Okay. I mean, I know I.
What you think about Anniversary?
Isn't that the same damn near the deluxe shit?
Nah.
Oh shit! Isn't Drake's on that shit?
Oh, which one?
Oh, Out of Time. Oh yeah. That's crazy. I fuck with Out of Time, Inhale, Things Change, and 7 a.m.
On True to Self?
Nigga, no, you just said Anniversary.
I said True to Self, the True to Self. I said the second album.
Oh, but you just asked me about Anniversary.
Nah, I said what'd you think of Anniversary? But I'm saying the True to Self track list.
True to Self, I mean, I probably Blowing Smoke is definitely on my In Your Mind playlist. Running Me Dry and High Stakes and Teach Me a Lesson. I got all of those. I could pull them all up right now on my playlist.
4 out of 11 records.
That I know that I have in my playlist. Shit went platinum, nigga.
Bro.
The fuck?
All right, you got it.
The shit went platinum, nigga. Did it not?
So, bro, what I'm saying is, so you're equating numbers as just quality music.
All right,
project,
how about
bro.
this? How about this?
I'm just saying, like, see, the reason I'm having this comparison is because, like, your thought process, even though you say you just listened to Blonde or whatever, in the past when we've talked about Frank and stuff like that, you were able to just ring off stuff because you, like you said, that feeling, that moment of when you listen to that music. You said that at the beginning of this pod. When True to Self came out, you said that it didn't give you that same feeling. He hasn't dropped.
When did I say that?
Bro, you said outside of Trap Soul, we haven't got the same feeling from Bryson Tiller.
I said the people are probably saying it's not the same thing. I still fuck with the project. We can run that back on the tape if you want to,
bro. No, because I said his news project probably said it still doesn't give you the same feeling as Trap Soul. There's no song.
That's what the people are probably saying. Yeah.
So what project has give you the same feeling as Trap Soul?
What you mean?
What project? The same way you said Blonde gave you the same feeling as Channel Orange. When it comes to Bryson Tiller,
Anniversary?
What project? I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree.
Okay.
In what sense does Anniversary mean?
What do you mean in what sense? See, there was records in that shit that I literally just said when we asked me about Anniversary that gave me some feelings of Trap Soul, bro. What the fuck?
So, all right, you got it.
Because so now you want me to list every single song.
I didn't say you list. I didn't say list every song. I didn't say list every single song.
I gave you names of records, and you're saying
I disagree wholeheartedly with that.
I bet,
especially the way it was received from the masses, bro. The people wholeheartedly disagree with that, bro. Wholeheartedly, because if that wasn't the case, he wouldn't be making that statement on his joint.
Right. I mean, just like when people say they want new shit from Drake and then they fuck with Drake, bro. Like, of course you're gonna have other people that give you backlash or other feedback.
Bro, that's the masses saying that about Bryson Tiller, bro.
Right.
That's the masses. There wouldn't even be a report,
just like I said, just like they were saying.
No, bro, that's Drake. That's people hating on
next
Drake,
thing you know, that's people hating on B Tiller, bro. Niggas hate on B Tiller.
What do you mean?
Basically, we said it already. People want that same feeling of Trap Soul. Like you said, you can't always get that, bro. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's definitely still, to me, has songs that gives you some vibes from his old projects. And I've named them.
But I'm saying, has he put out a project that has given you that same feeling? I'm talking about cohesive, not a couple records. Like you said with Blonde, you had a whole project that put you in a fucking...
I didn't say the whole project. I gave you 3 names. So now Blonde, that's the whole fucking project?
Bro, Blonde...
And let me see how many records is on Blonde.
But I'm saying with Blonde, though, that's arguably one of his best projects, not... It doesn't
he only has 3 projects,
but
bro.
I'm saying people. I know it's one of his best projects. In terms I'm saying some people say Blonde is his best one.
And Trap Soul and True to Self are 2 of his best projects.
People don't say True to Self is number 1 at all. Bro.
That shit.
People have arguments between Channel Orange and Blonde about one being better than the other, bro.
Okay, bro. It's probably
bro. No one says True to Self is his best
top
project.
2 songs.
Bro.
Top 2 albums, actually.
No one says True to Self is number 1.
Shit.
I'm talking about being competitive for number 1.
You don't say it's number 1. Say you don't, nigga. Say you don't.
No.
Say you don't.
Do you think it's number 1? No.
Trap Soul. I said it's 2.
I'm talking about True to Self.
I said it's top 2.
Bro, True to Self. I'm talking
top 2.
Bro, I'm talking about the
deluxes and shit.
Bro, I'm talking about the comparison to the 2 albums. When you go to Frank Ocean, some people say Blonde is his best album. Some people say Channel Orange is his best album. No one that I know says True to Self is Bryson Tiller's top album. That's what I'm saying.
Top 2, yeah, it is.
Bro, I'm not saying top 2. I'm saying number 1.
But I'm just saying.
I'm saying nobody's.
You're arguing with the wall, bro. Nobody's arguing about that.
Bro, but that's my point, bro.
That's an irrelevant fucking point. How is it irrelevant, nigga?
How is it irrelevant?
At the end of the day, bro, whether people are like it or not, we know for a fact True to Self is a good number 2, and Trap Soul is number 1, bro.
That's not. I mean, All right,
but I'm saying, what's the argument here?
Same argument he's making in his video about saying, yo, people aren't trying to compare this to this, and I make good bodies work. People argue.
Yes, he does. That's a fact.
Yes, and then he's saying people don't do that same thing when it comes to Frank Ocean, because when he put out Blonde, people are still arguing about that. They're not holding up to the standard of Channel Orange. That's the argument that he's making.
I mean, people definitely would argue records from True to Self, Trap Soul, and what I'm saying, Anniversary, all those songs.
And what I'm saying 100%. And when I'm saying it comes to Bryson Tiller, there's a standout number one. When you go to Frank Ocean, people are debating over what's his best body of work.
I stand out number one is Channel Orange.
Okay. Yeah. I disagree.
Okay.
I think there's people that are debate. Like we had this argument on the podcast before about us. People say us on the whole cast were saying about which one was a better project. But I mean, I think that's the debate that goes on with Frank Ocean. I mean, with Frank Ocean fans about Blonde versus Channel Orange. But let's continue to move this conversation along when it comes to we said universal man already. When it comes to humans achieving mortality, did we put something in the group chat? I think Julian put it in that joint. It said a former Google exec. It says futurist and former Google engineer Ray Kurzweil predicts that by 2030 humans could achieve immortality through advancements of nanotechnology and artificial intelligence. He envisions nanobots capable of repairing cellular damage, combating diseases, and reversing aging processes. Kurzweil also anticipates that by 2029, AI will reach human-level intelligence, and by 2045, singularity will occur where humans merge with AI to vastly enhance cognitive abilities. What do you think about that?
You said a lot.
Yeah, what do you think about us being able to cheat death? What do you think about the combination of man and human?
You can never cheat death, brother.
You don't think so ever?
Nope. You can't.
In what sense?
You can't cheat. When it's your time to expire, you're going to expire, my nigga.
Even if they create technology that can like bring you back to life, allow you to live longer, whatever it may be.
How do you know you're going to be living longer in your life?
What you mean?
How do you know?
I'm confused on the question.
You said like even though they're going to help you live longer,
like if you're about to die and they have this nanotechnology to keep you alive.
Okay, are you really alive? Is it really being alive if you're just laying on the fucking bed and your eyes are open?
No, they're saying like you're actually functional and all that type of stuff. They said that's why I said the blend between man and bot.
But how long is that? Forever, you're saying?
I don't know if it's I think one part was forever, the other part was man versus bot, man and bot.
I mean, bots can die too, nigga. That's what I'm saying. Like everybody, like you can't cheat death. Your time will come when your time comes, bro. Like whether if you have some sort of like antidote to keep you alive, let's say 5 more months, you still have an expiration date, right?
Yeah, if you put it like that, you do. But
yeah,
I mean,
and then if
I'm saying, what if they create technology where there is no expiration date? Like you get to a point where there is no expiration date on you.
So, what's that?
That's what he's talking about, the nanotechnologies. He said they're working on shit to allow you to do that.
Yeah, bro, shit. I mean, like I said, if that's the case, you should figure out what's black matter. If they can do that, that means they know everything else in the world. And that's bullshit, bro. There's always going to be some sort of malfunction or something going on to where there's going to be a reverse of something. Yeah, there might be like some chromosomes, atoms, whatever you put into some cells and put into people's bodies to do whatever to make you live longer, but there's always going to be a counter of something, nigga.
Think so?
Everybody's body isn't the same.
I believe in the man combining with bot is definitely going to happen.
That's cool, but
I believe that they'll be able to create nanotechnology that'll make you extend your lifeline. I don't think maybe forever though. I think it'll be able to allow you to put more years onto your life.
That man versus bot, there's always going to be an off switch.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the combination of man versus bot.
That's cool, but there's always going to be an off switch, bro.
Yeah, I'm not debating that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like I do believe by 2045 people will try to merge themselves with like bots and shit.
I mean, it's already happened to this day, my nigga.
Where?
Think about it. When motherfuckers be breaking their arms and shit like that and putting like metal plates in their shit.
Yeah, but I'm talking about being fully functional as like a bot.
Nah, I'm saying, but you think about why you got a metal in your arm?
What do you mean? Why do
remember you broke your shit? Didn't they put metal in that shit? You're a robot, nigga.
That's not being a robot, bro.
Why?
That's not being a robot.
So what's being a robot?
I'll put up the definition of a robot.
The fuck?
That's not being a robot though.
No. What's the mechanisms in a fucking robot?
It says a robot is a machine capable of carrying out complex actions automatically, especially one that's programmable by a computer, and often designed to perform tasks traditionally done by humans. It says mechanical structure often includes moving parts like arms, wheels, or legs, sensors.
See?
What do you say? See?
Your arm.
That's not moving. A rod's not moving in my body, bro.
It's placed in there for a
It's
reason,
just
right?
there. It's not. I'm not doing anything.
They can expand on that shit, bro. Could they not?
Yeah, but I'm not. That's just a piece of a metal. That's not being a robot.
But they can expand on
But
that
I'm saying
shit.
that's not being a robot, though.
But I'm saying essentially they're putting metal in your body.
Becoming a robot is more than just putting a metal in your body, bro.
They're putting metal in your body.
But being considered a robot is more than just having.
No,
metal in
I
your
get
body.
it. There's probably
that's a
gonna be-
component of it, but that's not.
Yeah.
That's not you
There
being
you
a
go.
robot.
There you go.
It's a component. Doesn't make you a robot, though.
I'm saying you're already starting right now, brother.
I disagree.
How?
I disagree.
Okay. Yo, you don't get it.
How don't I get it?
Bro, you already have a piece of metal in your body. All they have to
Okay.
do is expand it. Like if you want to have a cyborg arm, bro, they have somewhere to start at. Right there. Right there.
They have somewhere to start without the metal in your body, bro.
You already started is what I'm saying. Like you broke your hand,
Okay.
right? You broke your hand, right?
Okay.
They put a piece of metal in your hand, right?
Okay.
If they really wanted to start now, so yo, you could be a beta right now because you already have a piece of metal in your hand for a cyborg.
You're a beta too without metal.
No, I
in your
don't.
hand.
Hell
Yes,
no,
you
I have
are.
shit
Yes,
in
you
my
are.
body. I don't have no metal in my
Yes,
body.
You're
I
still
have
a beta.
nothing.
You're still a beta.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. You're
Yeah,
more.
you don't think-
You're more of a candidate than me.
I disagree.
Yeah, you already have metal in your.
Nah,
Okay.
bro. I disagree.
Why would you disagree?
Because why? Just because I have metal in my body doesn't mean more of a candidate to become a robot, bro.
Okay.
I think you for sure be more of a candidate than
You're
me.
just chatting. How?
Because-
I have nothing
because-
in me, and you have metal in your
because
body.
they want to see.
We can start on.
We can start on somebody that doesn't have anything, right? So we want to. We
No.
want to form.
No,
and
see, that's
create-
where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
You didn't
That's
get my
what-
point
no, I'm
out.
trying to tell you.
You didn't even get my point out.
They already tested
You
the
didn't
rod.
You didn't let me get my point out.
Basically, do you have any?
How do you know what I was going to say? I didn't get my point out.
No, I get it. Do you have any complications with your hand right now? With moving your hands right now?
Yes.
Does that rod feel normal?
No.
Oh, so no, they can. Oh, the fact that they already tried it on you, they can adjust it, tweak it out to make it feel more. Does this feel smoother now, Miles?
They can do that to you too.
I have no rods in me. I don't.
It doesn't matter, though.
Bro,
It doesn't matter,
Your
though.
shit's already been broken.
It doesn't
They
matter.
already tried and errored your shit.
So let's try it on somebody new that has no break. Let's see let's see how his body reacts.
No,
yes.
no.
Yes.
Clearly, no. Listen.
They saw how my body reacted.
No, clearly there's complicated.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What
So
you mean?
now let's keep going and try.
No,
to
let's
add
try
on
on
to make
something
it-
new.
No. We're gonna.
When they're testing lab rats,
you're right.
they'll try something
You're
on one
right.
lab rat, right?
You're right.
They'll do it,
You're
and they'll
right.
go to a lab rat that they haven't tested on to see if the same effects
You're right.
happen.
You're right.
So you be
But
the number one candidate.
I
They
wouldn't.
seen me
no,
already.
No.
You're the number one
no.
candidate. Yeah.
They're gonna expand.
Yeah. No, they're not expanded on me. They're not expanded on me.
They're gonna expand on you because, again, like I said, they already started the project with you, nigga. Yeah, they might have other different lab rats and stuff like that to expand.
They're bringing you
upon,
into the cage too.
But you haven't died yet, so clearly,
matter.
you're
Doesn't
good.
matter.
No, clearly you're good. A test example that we can expand upon.
They can expand upon you too.
Okay, that's a new project, bro.
No, it's not. It's the same project.
No, it is, but it's a new
They
project.
tried one. You think there's only one test rat?
No,
bro?
there's not. There's
only one test rat.
Exactly. We put a.
Yeah, so they're gonna put a bigger rod in you now to see what. Oh, this little one works.
Yo,
Let's try
no.
on this one. See if
You
this
see how
works
you said
too.
it doesn't work, bro? You see how you said you've been having complications? Okay, now if it has complications, this animal, this lab rat, we're gonna adjust it and see if it has more complications in the next, let's say, 3 to 6 months.
Nah, we're gonna try it on the new lab rat.
You haven't died yet. That's
we're gonna try to,
see, that's
yeah.
wasting money
It's
now.
not
That's
wasting money.
Yes,
It's
it
not
is,
wasting
bro.
money.
Yes, it is. If
You need more than one
my-
test dummy.
If my
You need
lab
more than one
example
test.
is not dead yet, we're still like.
It's not true.
Just like clinical
It's not true.
trials,
I've been in
bro.
lab.
Just like
I've
clinical
worked in
trials.
labs.
Just like clinical trials, bro. When they have patients, they try stuff. Is this patient still alive? Are they maintaining?
Yeah,
Are they
and
not?
they're gonna- it's
they
more
might-
than one.
You're right.
It's
but
way
they're not
more than
gonna-
one.
You're right, bro. You're right. But the thing is, they're not gonna just say, "Oh, okay, we're just done with this fucking example." No, they're gonna continue and
Yeah,
still
but they're
see-
testing new shit on you.
You're saying the same thing. I heard
No, I'm
what you
not.
said.
No, I'm
but
not.
My point is,
I
this
said
is
the robot
Listen,
shit. I listened to it already.
The point is,
I listened to it.
you're gonna be the main example, though.
No.
You are, bro.
No, I'm
you
not.
are.
I'm
You're
not.
the original. You're
No.
the one.
No.
You're the one.
You're the beta.
No. You're the beta. You're the beta. You're the beta, bro.
How am I? You're the beta.
If anything, bro.
Can I say my point? Can I say my piece?
Bro, I'm saying,
Can I say my piece?
Yeah, you will.
Can I
You will.
say my piece?
After me.
You didn't finish my point. I didn't get my point
Hold on.
out.
If anything,
This guy
bro.
here.
If anything, bro. Technically,
This guy here.
if anything, I'm the finished product.
No, you're not.
Bro, you're the beta. You're the beta.
You're the beta.
You're the beta.
You're a fully fledged
Nigga,
functional
you're
human.
the beta.
Let's put
You're
this
the-
mechanical arm on him. And see
Okay,
what
were you
happens.
not a fully functional fledged human?
I'm still fully functional fledged human.
Okay, but they're now running the beta on you.
No,
You
they're running
already-
the beta on you,
Bro,
bro.
see,
They ran.
Okay, first,
they
yes or
ran
no?
the beta with a little piece of rock.
Yes
They're
or
gonna
no?
run the human
Yes or
functional
no?
arm with you.
Yes or no? You said you're a
With
fully
you.
fledged human, correct?
You said what?
You're a fully fledged human.
Nah, you said I have metal in mine, so
See,
I'm not.
no, you
now
just
you
said
said
yes.
that.
You told me
You
yes.
said
See,
that.
now you're retracting
You
your
said
statement.
that.
You're retracting your statement.
You said that.
You said that actually.
I said you're a fully fledged.
No,
yes,
you said I'm a
I
fully
said
fledged
you're
human.
a fully
I said
fledged.
that, and you said you were
No,
too.
no, I said you were.
The tape's gonna tell it all.
No,
brother.
I said
The
you
tape's
were.
gonna-
Can I finish my
you're
point though?
smart. No,
Can I finish my point though?
The tape says it all, brother.
What my point was, I'm saying is, to the evolution of all this is like, oh, we want to try this beta arm on him. Let's go to a fully fledged bull. Let's see what this shit is like. Let's put this on him. See if it's gonna work.
So first you just lied.
How?
We both agreed that we're both fully fledged humans.
I said you're fully fledged.
So you're a robot. You're a full robot.
No, I'm not a robot.
So what are you?
You asked me if I'm functioning properly.
What are you?
I'm a human with a piece of metal in my hand.
Were you? So before the metal, what was it? What were you?
A human.
So you're
with no metal in my hand.
You're a fully fledged what?
Oh man, technically I was never fully fledged, but continue.
No, but
you get the joke.
I get the joke, but I'm saying, yeah. Anyways, but you're human. You're fully fledged human, right?
In what stage of my life?
Jesus Christ! Before you broke your hand.
You can say that, yes.
All right, cool.
I'm like you, yes. I'm like how you are right now.
So this proves my point, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
He's the beta because when he broke his shit, they put the metal rod in his shit. That's already was the beta test right there. Let's see if this metal rod can work.
I'm not a robot, bro. Your whole point is I'm a robot. I'm not a robot,
No,
bro.
you're right.
Nowhere near bot.
But robots contain what? They contain what? Metal, right?
Not necessarily. All robots have metal?
Can we look at? I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know.
Can we look up the AI, please?
Yeah.
Like ask the question.
Do all robots have metal?
Are majority robots metal?
Nah, do all robots have metal?
Are majority robots metal?
All robots.
You're trying. I got AI too, so I'll pull it up. I'll
pull the AI up.
Okay, cool.
No, not all robots are made of metal.
Okay, see, I knew what you are. All
robots can be made of a variety of materials: aluminum, steel, titanium, plastic, rubber, carbon fibers, fabric, soft materials. No, not all robots are metal.
Most robots are primarily made of metal, particular aluminum, steel, and titanium.
Not all robots are made of metal, bro.
Most robots.
But not all.
No,
bro.
See, my point is that your arm is built with what?
My arm's not built with metal.
Oh, well, it has what in it?
It has a piece of metal in it.
Okay, so
doesn't mean I'm a robot. That was your whole argument. You said I'm robot.
No.
The argument is I'm not robot.
I said they can expand upon you.
They can expand on you too.
A little bit faster because you already have a piece of metal on you.
Not necessarily.
You already have the metal in you.
Can they expand on me just because I have a fucking piece of metal?
Yeah, you already have metal in you, bro.
If I'm a doctor, am I going to the board that already has the metal, or am I going to a fully functional living being? I want to test to see if we can merge human and bot. You tell me.
So you're basically saying you're not a fucking human. Is basically what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're somebody that has no metal in your body. That's what I'm saying.
They're already merging bot and human.
No.
They're already putting metal in human.
No.
What do you mean no? You're just being delusional now. This is crazy.
I'm not a bot, bro.
I never said that.
You just said you're merging bot with human.
Essentially could right now.
They can do it with you too.
They could, but you're already the beta.
I'm saying you're beta. You're beta. You're someone that hasn't been tested on.
You've been tested on. You are the beta.
You're a fresh.
You are the beta.
You're a fresh.
Chat, I get it. He doesn't want to realize that he is actually the beta.
Hey man,
it's all right, bro.
What's the chat?
Did the surgeons not open you up and put metal on you? As if what point are you trying to let me ask you this. So let me ask you this.
Before we close out, what point are you trying to
let me ask you this then. So when they merge human and bot, are they not going to have to do some sort of type of surgery?
You said are they going to do surgery when they merge human and bot?
What are they going to have to do? How are they going to do this? How are they going to mesh human and bot? They can't just jam it in, right?
I mean, I don't know what technology is going to have at that point.
Here this nigga go, bro. Chat, I'm buying him case closed, bro.
I don't know.
He knows he's a bot.
All right, but that's all I got for this episode. You got anything else for me?
Nah, Mazal.
Oh my God, is that the faces of the future? Oh my God, is that the faces of the future?